Some of the content of Patriots Unfiltered may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
The world's original podcast.
Welcome to Patriots Unfiltered.
Paul is out. He actually traveled to New York today to appeal the Jamar Chase non-appeal. He wants Chase to be able to play. He can't believe that the league upheld this.
But they're setting a real precedent with Jamar Chase.
I guess this, if according to Paul, now this is the precedent. So the next time they have to do it, right? Because the precedent has been set.
But like my dream is to go to an AFC Championship game. I've never been to one. Like that to me is.
You've never been to one?
No, not even a Super Bowl either. I know it's crazy.
So sorry.
I know nobody farted did that.
No one farted that I know of, at least not on my side, thank God. But
You still haven't told us who it was.
I don't know who it was.
Oh, you don't know?
Like if it's kind of fruity, or you're like, that's probably a girl fart.
Nick writes in from Ohio, and by the way, if you need drywall in Ohio, Fayette Drywall, one of the area's longest-lasting contractors since 1984, celebrating 40 years. I can say that because they're not a competitor. It's in Ohio,
We don't have a drywall
just give Nick a little shout-out. Not saying someone needs to get injured. Well, I don't even know what he's talking about. Don't use his drywall. If the email's like the dry...
This is Patriots Unfiltered.
Presented by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com.
All right, welcome to Patriots Unfiltered. It is Thursday here at Gillette Stadium. It's Evan, it's Paul, it's me, it's Deuce, it's Matt in the booth. And we're talking Patriots against the Bengals. Big news broke yesterday. Joe Burrow, full participant in practice. Joe Flacco, limited. So what the hell does it all mean? We're going to talk about it. Does it change anything in your mind in terms of, the outcome of the game? That's all on the table. And, of course, we'll do our picks when we reveal what we think
Gotta hurry.
the Patriots are going to do. Yeah. So what's up, guys? Were you
monitoring. We're monitoring
Were
the
you
situation.
stunned? Were you stunned when you heard this?
No, because friend of the program, Trags, gave me the whole beat, a little heads up.
Well, tell it how it happened. Evan
yeah.
comes in and he's like,
Yeah.
guys, don't tell anybody. But I heard from Cincy that Burrow's going to practice. And then like outside you hear Dan Roach like talking about, hey, I just heard from Mike Petraglia and he said that.
So he's telling everybody.
He texted me and Barth in our group chat that we have with Trags. And
funny.
the next thing I know, Dan Roach has the same intel. But I guess the Trags' exact words were that the sentiment had changed in Cincinnati yesterday about Joe Burrow. They all kind of arrived for their availability and everything. And all of a sudden there was rumblings that Joe Burrow was closer than maybe they had thought to playing. And so everybody kind of went into a tailspin from there.
So let's get right into it. If he plays, does that change anything for you?
Yes. I mean, I think I think it increases the chance that the game, it might be competitive and more of a shootout,
Because Joe Flacco hasn't been able to move the offense?
Well, he has, but I think Joe Burrow's
He's
still
hurt.
better than him.
Well, he's hurt now.
He's a little banged up.
And
But
when he played with that injury, they only scored 12 points.
yeah, I think the Patriots would still be the favorites to win the game, and I'd still like their chances. But I mean, I'd kind of like it. I mean, it's give a little juice to the game, get to see Joe Burrow get out there. I think the question that, and I should say too, I saw a report. I think it was Ian Rappaport, said Zach Taylor talked this morning, and he still seemed a little bit on. He didn't know. Like he's like, we're still kind of feeling it out. Maybe he's playing games, maybe not. But they do have a Thursday game right after. So is he, ready to go Sunday, Thursday?
The way Evan said it, I think that's how I read it. And I was like you guys, just sort of seeing this stuff unfold yesterday. It makes sense to me that they're going to play him. And I think Zach Taylor just wants to make sure he makes it through, and he's going to, before he says no, he's starting.
You don't
want
wanna
to make sure he gets
give
through the
anybody
week,
false
and then
hope.
you got to activate him, and I think he'll play. But in terms of your question, Fred, it doesn't change my pick, and it probably doesn't even change my score. But I would say that I didn't give Cincinnati any chance to win the game, and I would give them a puncher's chance, depending on how effective Burrow can be. I find it hard to believe that he would be really ready to play, and without his binky in Chase, I give him a puncher's chance just because it's Joe Burrow and he's maniacally competitive and all that.
And good.
He's obviously very good, but here's the scenario that I was talking about yesterday with a couple of guys. What if it unfolds and it's a typical Patriots game and the Bengals get the ball and Joe Burrow is back and they go right down and make it 7-0? Don't you think like the Bengals themselves, they're not going to be saying, well, that's what the Patriots do every week. They give up a touchdown. Patriots going to be like, Joey's back.
Right.
We got a chance.
Right.
We got a shot.
No,
you know?
that's going to have a lot of
Maybe
momentum.
they get a little juice from that, a little lift, and they have a puncher's chance. I look the other side of the ball, and I see this should be a game that the Patriots score a lot of points.
I go after him.
Yeah, we talked
And
about
if we
this,
happen to step on his foot, well, that happens.
Well, he's going to probably have a steel plate in his thing, so that won't matter.
Oh, you think so?
I would think.
we talked about this on our preview that will be posted eventually today, but the Bengals are sort of on the ropes right now. Like, they don't have Burrow.
They have to win out.
Jamar Chase is suspended. Trey Hendrickson's not playing. They're 3-7. The vibe is not great right now in Cincinnati, but that vibe changes when you get Joe Burrow back.
That's my puncher's
Like, now
chance.
all of a
And
sudden,
plus, you've got
everybody's-
2 games left with Baltimore. So, like, if you can get on that roll and beat them twice,
Lamar missed practice.
It's an outside chance, but it's a chance.
They control, they control it because if they can win if they win the rest of the games, they're going to win the division more than likely.
yeah.
Well, they're still 3 games back at Pittsburgh.
Yeah. No, but I think 10-7 will win the division.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think it changes a ton about how you defend them really, because their offense has kind of been the same. Like all the
I don't
splits
either,
are
'cause,
exactly the same.
I mean, in terms of like what they do, Flacco at full health is kind of the same guy as Burrow. He's just not as good, but it's the same style. It's not like one's
yeah.
a mobile quarterback and the other one is.
Well, I think Burrow's
Smart.
definitely more
Burrow's
mobile.
I mean, he might
If
not,
he
he
is
won't
it.
be mobile Sunday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Well, you don't know that for a fact. I
But
mean,
he's a much
Well,
more
according to
mobile
Paul,
quarterback.
he's going to be running with a steel plate in his
Well,
shoe.
that's the turf
Yeah.
toe
It's
kind
gotta
of
limit you
one-on-one,
somehow.
right? You put a
yeah.
steel
But
thing in your
I
cleat.
don't. Anybody is more mobile than Joe Flacco. So, like, the difference between having Joe Flacco standing there as a statue and Joe Burrow being able to move even 75% as much as he normally can is a big difference. But in terms of, they're still not going to have Chase. It's still going to just be T. Higgins. Like, none of the like splits suggest that they totally revamped their offense for Joe Flacco. Like, they're still in the shotgun just as much as they were with Burrow. Like it doesn't really change a whole lot, I don't think, in terms of how you're going to game plan the supporting cast and the weapons and the system and all that kind of stuff. I think the biggest X factor though is Flacco is terrible under pressure. He can't move. So if Joe Burrow is just at least a little bit more mobile and he's a significantly better quarterback under pressure, then those two things can really change
Let me
the
put it this
outcome.
way. To me, it would be similar to the difference between just in terms of mobility, Brady and Bledsoe. I don't think either one of them would be considered to be a mobile quarterback. But who would you rather have a lot of pressure on? Brady and his ability to move around and navigate that?
Brady.
Burrow.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Bledsoe.
that's a good
Flacco.
comp. I like that.
I mean,
like
Burrow is more athletic than Brady.
Oh, no. But I'm saying
Burrow, when
but
he's
I'm
healthy,
saying
I wouldn't call
in
him
this state.
Yeah,
Sure.
the
state.
I don't know. We know if we know that yet, but I hear
No,
what
but
you're
I'm saying
saying.
if Fred's
Yeah.
right and he
Yeah.
can't move,
Right.
he still is a guy who's moved around the pocket his whole career.
Yeah. If he's
you know,
if he's
pocket
100,
awareness.
if he's
Yeah.
truly 100% healthy though, he can move. Like Burrow, I wouldn't call him a dual threat quarterback, but he's a play extension quarterback.
He
for
can
sure.
run.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's any chance he's going to be 100%.
Yeah, I just think the interesting part about it too, from a Bengals angle, is they have 2 games in 5 days because they play on Thanksgiving. So, is that really the best time to bring back your superstar quarterback? Is to have him play in this game on Sunday and then turn around and play again on Thursday?
I heard, and maybe our football team's listening, but they thought this is the game because they're not worried about the Patriots pass rush.
Oh,
So put that on your. Put
I had
that
no
on-
idea where he was
Just
going
make
with
stuff
that.
up.
Put that on your
It's
bulletin
like-
board. Put that on your bulletin board, Patriots.
Well
This
done.
is the game they want to bring them back
well
because
done,
less
Frank.
pressure.
But when you come off like a serious injury like that,
Yeah. Since
then,
week 2. I
and
mean,
then
it's-
you're not going to
it's
play
been-
him this
wow.
week and then not play him next week. Like if he's back, he's back. So I just wonder if the Thursday night game for them ends up factoring into this because he's not going to
Well,
have a quick turnaround.
I mean, right now, like if Flacco can't play, I mean, they might not have much of a choice.
Plus, if they lose,
Yeah.
to the Patriots, what's the difference in Thanksgiving? It's over.
Right. Yeah, this
They
is
have to
it.
win. They have to win them all. 9 and 8 isn't going to get it
They're
done.
pushing their chips to the middle of the table.
It's a risk.
I don't think
It's a risk.
Flacco's injury is like debilitating to him that he's not going to play.
Yeah.
Well,
He might have to play hurt, but
Yeah.
I think he would still continue to play.
I like the culture salvage angle of, like we just need to get something positive going right now. Like, I think that's an interesting approach
And
to
if
it.
you're Zach Taylor, I mean,
Yeah.
you're probably coaching for your
Right.
job.
Yeah, I mean, for Zach Taylor, it's obvious, which is why I think it's like, doesn't that decision have to come above Zach Taylor?
Yeah.
Because like Zach Taylor is coaching for his job.
Yeah.
So he's going to say,
Throw him to the wolves.
yeah, let's go. Right? I mean, so I would
Save my
think
job,
that this
Joe.
is one of those that the president's involved, the GM's involved, ownership might be involved, and it's kind of a
It gets a little buzz though.
It does. It does.
yeah.
and when the
Little
Patriots
wrinkle
win the
to it
game,
yesterday.
it'll help the argument about the schedule. Because all of a sudden, this game wasn't as easy because Joe Burrow was playing.
Right. Knocked
And
off
that's-
another
That's what Fred will do.
superstar quarterback, no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey,
beat Joe Burrow.
check.
Beat Joe Burrow for the second time in a row.
That's right. And I mean, they were. Do I remember last time he was here? They were fairly competitive. I remember like a Marcus Jones interception. Maybe is that?
Yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like
one
that
of
game
those
was a little
games
close.
that
pick
the,
six.
the score.
Seemed
The
close, but
Patriots
wasn't
actually
close.
should have won the game. Ramondre fumbled inside the 10.
God, this is
like
why we got
inside
you,
the
Paul.
2-minute
He's
warning.
Just the encyclopedia.
If you look at the go back and if you did the Evan of the the
Mm-hmm.
sort of forensic autopsy of this game, the Bengals should have won it by about 5 touchdowns.
Right. So the pick six was
Yeah, pick six.
probably one of those kind of
in the second
plays.
half.
Yeah.
Marcus Jones just jumped a
Yeah.
hitch and returned it for a touchdown, and then Ramondre Steve, they were driving with a chance to take the lead.
They were going to take the lead within the 2-minute warning.
I think it was 55 seconds left. I just saw the clip last night.
Yeah.
Somebody posted it, and he fumbled at like the 10-yard line.
But the Bengals had something like 200 more yards of offense and all kinds of
Oh,
squandered
there
opportunities.
was nobody here. Like that was just it was Christmas.
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, right.
I think it
right.
was
Christmas Eve, I think.
Eve day,
Yeah.
and it was just
Right.
brutal. It was freezing. Yeah.
Block those games out. Not
So,
memorable.
I'm hoping Burrow plays. Let's go. Let's go.
I kind of do too. There's a big part of me that just would love to have an easy win. Or, I don't know, easy, but
I
Well,
think-
I hope
I
he
think
plays.
it's
I
gonna
hope
be
he
an
plays
easy-
and we have an easy
Yeah, I
win.
think it's going to be
Yeah.
an easy win
Yeah.
either way
But at least
because I think the
interesting,
Patriots are going to score. I
Yeah.
mean, the Patriots should score at least 35 points in this game, probably more.
yeah.
And I just don't see the Bengals without all those guys
Yeah.
being able to keep up.
But I love what
Yeah.
in our preview video, Evan was talking about just how they struggle on defense to really get lined up and just to and
More
it
palms
seems
up
like
in
Josh
any film I've
McDaniels
ever
is going to
seen.
be ready to cook and just get his guys into position to be successful and to hopefully have some easy plays.
There's like one in every 3 plays. There's a guy with his hands up, looking around like, who had him?
I didn't
It's
watch the whole
crazy.
game, just like the clips on Red Zone, but at least 3 or 4 times they showed a 3rd and 16 or a 3rd and 12 or a 3rd and 21, and a little like Mason Rudolph flipping the flat to somebody who gets the first down. Like it was amazing.
Yeah.
One of them was to the
Darnell Washington.
the enormous
yeah,
tight
that
end.
one.
The other one was
Gainer.
Gainer.
Yeah.
Which you think like
That was ridiculous.
Maybe he'll break some tackles. Oh no,
He broke all the
he didn't have to break tackles until he got the first down. Then he broke tackles and ended up making like 20 more yards.
Just throwing people out
But
of the
like
club.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how many times they threw the ball 10, 12 yards short of the sticks and just easily converted first downs. It happened 3 or 4 times in the second half. This is bad defense.
Yeah.
This is a bad defense. Ooh, imagine the Jets scored 39.
Jets.
39.
Wow, AD Mitchell
No, I-
catches the ball.
So in terms of the Patriots' health,
AD Mitchell catches the ball. Maybe they scored 20.
we got our first participation
39.
report of the week
Yeah.
yesterday. How are we looking?
Yeah, you guys
Better.
are overlooking Mike
Better.
Gesicki getting ready to come back.
Oh.
It was all about Joe Burrow.
I mentioned that in the preview, actually.
Yeah, you can watch the preview, Paul. Patriots YouTube.
Well,
It's not out yet.
Ramondre is still limited. So, but Booty and Ellis, 2 of the big names that have been out.
Are you surprised that Booty is full participation? It must have been a minor hamstring, right?
That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple weeks. They,
Grade 1.
hamstrings
I
take
don't know
longer
He
than-
said.
I was gonna say, he kind of told the whole world.
That's
so.
what he said.
If you follow
Yeah.
his
It
Discord.
sounded like they could have
Yeah.
played last week.
Yeah.
If it
No,
wasn't
to
a
be
Thursday
honest.
night game, I think Booty might have had a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, good week to get him back, though. I think, everything you guys said about the Bengals defense and, Booty, a guy, push the ball down the field, make some big plays, get a lead, try to control the tempo of the game,
Yeah, there's no doubt their offense has been better with Booty. on the field.
Oh yeah.
And their efficiencies
Get back
in
to
terms
the
of
deep ball.
EPA is almost double with Booty on the field in the passing game compared to when he doesn't play. And then also, with Stevenson, we're all excited about what we've seen from Travion Henderson, but he's been playing 82% of the snaps since Stevenson went out with that injury
Not
3 weeks ago.
sustainable.
It's just not sustainable. Not for a back of his size and
Yeah.
like his skill set. So you don't want to see that. Really, with any running back, you don't want them playing 82% of the snaps. So getting Stevenson back, and I know that everyone's going to be up in arms if he plays more than Henderson, but it's still going to be hopefully a little bit of a committee where you have maybe 60-40 or 55-45 or something like that.
Is this just fantasy football?
Yes.
So do people not
Yes.
understand that you need 2 running backs to like make it work and be a really good team? I mean, if you're going with 1 running back down the stretch and into the playoffs, it's going to be tough. It's asking a lot. I mean,
That's
remember
what this
bringing
Bengals
in
team is doing.
Steven Jackson, like bringing him in because you're desperate just to have a little bit of depth. I mean, it's
Yeah, I think fans, when they have opinions, should at the front end qualify themselves. I'm a fantasy
right.
player,
What am I
so you
yeah,
know their
right.
angle.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No, it's so true. I don't do fantasy football. I don't bet. I just watch the Patriots and the NFL, and I wish people could grasp that. But look, I respect people are thinking about money, thinking about fantasy. You're coming down to your playoffs, and they're interested in that. But
Yeah, to me,
for us, it's
it'd be different if it was a different kind of caliber player. There's a lot of teams not a lot, but there's a handful of guys around the league. Philly, last year won by leaning on one guy for the most part. But that's rare. Like
Yeah.
I mean, most teams don't have Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Or Saquon Barkley in this kind of a scenario. Isn't it better to sort of ride the hot hand, go with matchups, have different personnel groupings and packages? I think it opens up the playbook a little bit more to you to have different options.
I'm excited to get Stevenson back. I mean, just seeing what they've done to add that back into the equation.
Yeah.
And I know his fumbles have been an issue, but at the same time, I just think this team will be at its best if they get a fully functional Ramondre Stevenson.
I keep bringing up Hooper, but I also think the team's better if he's on the field too.
Yeah.
Yep.
They missed Hooper.
So he was limited, and
last
he
week.
was out there yesterday.
Red jersey.
Red jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
that's
So
the next checkpoint.
Probably
in the
working through. So
protocol.
not crazy to think he could play, right? Like, I mean, he's just probably
No,
working through the protocol.
now he does football activities, and if he goes through the football activities and he doesn't have any symptoms, then he goes on to full contact, and then if he does that with no symptoms, then he's cleared.
There we go.
So today will be the speed periods where they'll hit a little bit. So we'll find that out.
All right. Weather's still going to be mild.
Yeah, last I
Cincinnati?
checked, it looks like a great day.
Yeah, it looks pretty warm
Yeah.
for this time of year.
Okay.
Yeah.
No weather.
Fred, where you going to eat?
In the jungle.
I'm not going to be there until about 9:30 at night. I'm not traveling with the team.
Oh.
Yeah. I have to go commercial.
Oh.
Oh.
Got things I got to do on Saturday.
I got
Okay.
things.
This is good to
I
know.
got things.
We all would have been looking for you.
No Skyline chili for Freddie.
No.
Oh, God.
Is that the thing to do in Cincy?
Yeah, it's a mistake.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
do
it's
it.
garbage.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't go that far. It's
Before
just
a
garbage
working
for your
Sunday,
stomach.
It's
I've never had
spaghetti
it.
on tomato sauce.
yeah,
right?
it's like bolognese.
Yeah.
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 I would not do that the day before I had to work a football game. That would be a
Oh,
bad,
we did,
That
and-
would be a bad. It's still my nightmare every time I run into the press box bathroom during the game. That like having to saddle up in that stall, like that would be one of the darkest places I can ever imagine being during a football game.
The only thing more overrated than Skyline Chili is Parenti Brothers in Pittsburgh or whatever.
I like
what's that?
Primanti Brothers.
Pierogies?
Good
Yeah.
sandwich place.
Yeah,
Overrated.
I like Primanti Brothers.
not good
but-
bread. Why overrated?
It's just like I went there and like it's like this is what everyone's making a big deal about.
yeah. Oh.
I'm not a big Skyline chili guy, but it's pretty far down the list of things, But wings in Buffalo.
Is there anything else?
Wings in Buffalo are all. That's not
Yeah.
overrated.
No.
Not overrated.
No.
Anything else though in Cincy for food wise that
There-
is popular or common or
No.
no, just
No.
chili.
No.
Okay.
Very
Go
popular.
over the border
chili.
to Kentucky and get barbecue.
Very
I
popular.
think we had
chili.
a good barbecue there once, Fred. I was with you. I don't remember the place.
There's
though.
this one
Didn't
place
we
that's
go-
like a chicken
it was a place in
place.
Kentucky.
It might
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah, it was like that home style restaurant that everyone goes to.
Vaguely remember.
Yeah.
There's like a chicken place too. I forget what it's like. fried chicken.
Flip the bird.
That
in
might have been the
Cincy.
place we went to.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but
Yeah.
that one's also popular.
Yep. All right. Back to
Sorry,
football.
I'm sorry.
There's Burrow zipping it around on our TV right now.
Back to football. No, it's going to be a
Looks
great,
terrible.
Gesicki.
really a lot of good matchups this weekend.
I
A
thought,
lot of
overall in
good
the league.
matchups.
I
Yeah.
thought last week was great.
Yeah.
No, a lot of intriguing, good matchups.
I just love that
Indy
Indy
KC.
KC. I love that game. I just love the whole storyline of it, of Indy, everything that they represent right now, Daniel Jones, everything he represents, being one of the top teams in the AFC, Kansas City feeling like their backs are against the wall and you need a win, but at home. So you get an Indy team that I think people are still feeling out. How are they away from a dome? How are they maybe, I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Kansas City, but maybe, I mean, it's obviously not inside at least, but, what's that team going to look like? Is that a team that we talk about going to Denver, going on the road in the playoffs? Does Indy put together some wins outside to say, hey, Jonathan Taylor should travel theoretically, but, does Daniel Jones? We'll see.
Yeah.
I like that matchup.
All right, 855-PATS-500 is the hotline. Podcast@patriots.com is the email address. We might as well jump right into it, right?
Sure.
You guys are going to have to go to the locker room at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 115, and we also have the co-pilot question of the week, Fred. Let's not don't forget about that one coming out of the break. Excited about that one this week.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
I
one.
can't wait.
Yeah.
That's when I get a chance to shine.
I think you'll
always
get
get a
this. I
chance
think
to
you'll get this
shine,
one,
Paul.
Paul.
Some of his
Speaking of
questions
getting
are
a
so
chance to
bizarre, though.
shine, Paul was out yesterday.
Yeah.
Got a lot of emails that with Paul out, Deuce, you had a chance to talk. And people were really excited about
I
that.
feel
Yeah.
like I get to talk plenty.
Yeah.
but that's nice.
Yeah,
And-
Deuce-
And
As I
Evan
often
was,
say-
it was
I'm
Wings.
sorry.
because, Deuce and I had to do, the
Yeah.
two show, like
Yeah.
you and I have to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Even Evan was gone. And so Deuce,
We
the spotlight was on
We
Deuce.
proud, well,
he
you
stepped
too,
up.
Fred. I
Yeah.
thought, we
He
had some
stepped
good
up.
back and forth.
The
I think
training
was
wheels
it
were off.
was it Todd in North Carolina? Somebody called in and enjoyed our banter. So thank you. But
Yeah.
I thought I don't know. I never feel like I don't get a chance to
I
talk.
had some interactions that were less complimentary, but I saved them for
Oh,
myself.
really? Paul's got his little
apologize.
Perillo minions out there like, I'm not listening to it because you're not on.
I, honest to God, I did not get one person that seemingly even noticed that I wasn't here.
I just want to know when you go on with Felger and Mass, when doing an hour of Felger versus the schedule, is that like entertaining?
It was hilarious. It was so funny.
Does he know that you can talk about something else?
Oh, really?
That isn't just picking a
But he
schedule.
knows that people are just going to start calling.
just-
Yeah, I agree with you that they've had an easy schedule, but and then he just stops. It's like, no.
That's the show. The show is 4 hours of Felger yelling about the schedule.
Which I'll get into it too with him. Like his whole thing is, like you have an opportunity right now. You're a contender. You're 9-2. You're at the top of the conference. You should expect to do this. You should expect. Like you've had things break your way.
Yeah.
Next year the schedule is going to be harder. In theory.
Yeah.
So that's why you really have to take advantage of this. I thought it was a lost opportunity at the trade deadline. Well, so I'm thinking to myself, well, if you think they're so good right now and you're lamenting not augmenting the roster, why are you afraid of the schedule next year? Like, you think they're as good as anybody now, so why next year, if they have to play good teams, are you going to be not as confident?
Every time I get into the car and I turn that show on, they're talking about the schedule. It's automatic.
It's so funny. You wouldn't believe how many calls they get for it. It's unbelievable.
It's a little spark plug for them. I mean, but is the issue just
Trigger.
how they're being praised? Because like, what do you want them to do? The schedule is the schedule. They take care of business.
And
You knew that this was it going
and that's
in.
what Mike says.
Yeah.
Like, you are at the top of the conference. Who cares? Well, I don't know why you're arguing it.
I
is
know,
his
but
point.
he keeps bringing it up.
Well, he does.
He's playing both sides of the fence.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
But he knows it triggers.
But my whole thing with the schedule is it wouldn't be easy if we weren't good. It's easy because we're good.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and it's just statistically easy.
It is.
I don't know if I
right.
would go that far.
Yeah.
But
But if we
We're
were
making it
if
look
we were the
easy. I
team we
get
were
your point.
last year, this wouldn't be easy. We wouldn't be 9-2.
Sure. But
We're
I mean,
making
in
it
year,
look easy.
But in year one, to be able to play like this, we said it all summer that this team, they don't have all the pieces that they want right now. And there are
Right.
some placeholders this year. And yes, the schedule gets tougher next year, but they're trying
We're
to build
gonna
a
be better,
program.
too.
And now you get a year where
next year?
Yeah.
Drake May's confidence
calling
is through the roof.
I think the team will be better. I don't
The
know if
roster,
the record will be
right.
better, but the roster will be better.
I agree with that.
It should be. I mean, I think we got into some interesting discussion. I said it to Evan of, and Mike, I wished you guys were here. We brought it up. It was just, what's your approach to the wide receiver position this offseason? Because all these guys come back, and I get like everyone, you need a number one, all that stuff. But who are you ready to replace? Who are you ready to get rid of these current guys? Who are you ready to say we don't really need Kayshon Boutte anymore? We need, and I get that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think it's an interesting kind of thought experiment of what's your approach. Do you say, all right, we got to throw caution to the wind and we have to, because that whole unit's coming back. Do we push Kyle Williams down a little bit? We don't like what he did? Do we, do we think Pop Douglas? We could, all these guys have had moments, so it's hard right now on a win streak to say, well, they've got to upgrade this player. It's an interesting kind of personnel building.
I need to know what the
approach.
options are.
Right. I think that, and I felt this way at the deadline. Like, if you're not going to hit an absolute home run acquisition, it's got to be, if it's Justin Jefferson, like, obviously you're going to take Justin Jefferson. AJ Brown, even though he's had a bad year, like that I would entertain. When you start talking about them making moves for guys that are maybe just a little bit better than what you have, I think then that might not be worth it.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody of that top 10 receiver, top 15 receiver in the league caliber, then I think you have to do it.
If I can do better than those guys, I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not interested in marginally better.
I don't want to make a lateral move.
Yeah.
Just to make a move. No.
Right.
Yeah.
But
No.
if I feel like there's a guy that's available in the draft that's better than any of those guys that I have, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you that's where I would go. I think they have other needs and stuff, but I'm just saying it's hard to just say I wouldn't move on from any of these guys. I would if I thought that I could get better guys.
One other thing I would say, though, in regards to the team next year and the schedule getting harder, is that, I do think that there's a bit of a clock ticking on the defensive side of the ball with some of the older veterans that they brought in. So, the Spillanes, the Landrys, the Carlton Davises, can those guys play at a high level until they're able to draft or find replacements for those important positions? And those guys are all 30-ish, 30 plus. So that will be an area where, next year they get some more injuries. Some guys are getting a little older. The defense maybe takes a step back. So I do think that there's a clock ticking, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They've had a lot of youth on the offensive side of the ball. Right tackle, not so much. Like, that's a long-term spot. But defensively, you can go pretty much right down the line. Cornerback, there's going to be a safety spot open, whether they want to bring Hawkins back or try to upgrade him, whatever. But I do think that there are some moves that they're going to have to be wary of.
I expect that to be a big part of this draft, like middle, like spine of the defense, defensive line, linebacker, safety. I think those three spots are all spots that I would probably expect them to draft at some point. Yeah. They're not all going to be top 100 picks, not necessarily, but I really think we're, Deuce and I at least are in agreement. Like, edge rusher, I think, is probably the number one need. An outside pass rusher. You have Barmore and Williams inside for a little while, so can you get somebody on the outside that can really, get double-digit sacks and
especially if Chason doesn't, they don't want Chason back. Chason doesn't come back, whatever reason. Like, that's an area too for sure.
All right, let's get to the phones. Francisco's in North Carolina. Francisco, you weren't so great last week.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, he's like sad.
All right, so I got to catch up on a couple days worth of topics I ain't been able to call in. But so as far as the conversation about the Chiefs making the playoffs, I would just love if they didn't. And it's not necessarily for the fact that whether I'm scared of them or not. It's just I feel how they used to feel about our dynasty. I want to see them fail every chance I can. And then as far as that, so I didn't enjoy last week's game, fellas. It was Thursday night. I understand we won, we covered. But, I'm sitting there with my brother. I'm heated, but it's because I keep seeing the same mistakes on defense where it goes from letting them score on the first drive or where it goes from it's a whatever in 7 or whatever in 9, and then they're giving them the first down for free by lining 12, 10 yards off for no reason. Or I ain't going to say for no reason, I'm not the expert, but I just got to air my grievances out on that. And then it's not really a bold prediction. Drake May has his first 300-yard game, 4 touchdowns. Thank you guys.
4 touchdowns, 300-yard game. I'll take it. All right.
I like it.
Thanks, Francisco.
Yeah.
Mark it down.
Yeah.
I feel like you went a little bit more towards
now we're back to conventional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a smart move.
I hear him on the defense. I don't know if I necessarily have the exact same complaints as he does, but there are some things coverage-wise with the defense that still irk me a little bit, the way they do things. So we'll see if that changes, and especially the matchup stuff. Like if you're gonna play man coverage on third down, like you can't have your safeties covering slot receivers and things like that. So you'd like to see them be a little bit better about that. But they're other than, I don't know if, like, I get the off coverage annoys people. I don't really see that happening on third down. It's mostly first and second down, and where they're just trying not to give up chunks. But I think that there's the big picture methods to some of the madness is working, but you wonder when you go up a level in competition in the playoffs, if these things continue to happen, if they're going to be able to hit those buttons more than Justin Fields and A.D. Mitchell could.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Sam's in North Carolina. Hey, Sam.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, I got to make sure y'all get that line to the D line, because Fred had me ready to run through a wall. Like, a bunch of sacks has got to come. I hope Joe Burrow plays.
See what you did.
Because in the grand scheme of things, I mean, yes, the schedule's been easy, but from having a bad team so many years, like looking at silver linings, being down 7-0, our team's not going to be scared if the other team scores first. You know what I'm saying? Because we did it all year.
Yep.
And the Buffalo and the Baltimore game coming up, like that's what's going to get us ready for the playoffs. Because we all got to remember, at the beginning of the season, everybody was like, we just want to see growth from Drake May. We just want the team to be competitive. I know that was my goal, and they've checked that exceedingly. My boy Evan, I'm with you. The goalpost can be moved, but it's got to be in hope. Like, we can't expect them to go win the Super Bowl like I've been hearing some fans say, But, like I said, what do you guys think about that? Like, does that actually mean something for the team that they've been down 7-0, so they know how to play like that? Like, so it won't be a surprise does that mean anything?
Yeah, I mean, giving up. Listen, you'd rather not give up that first touchdown, but they aren't.
Yeah, that's
this team last year would wilt on doing that, and they don't. It doesn't really. You'd rather not do it, but yeah.
I think the concern
Thanks,
with the opening drive touchdowns isn't necessarily that they're giving up the points early in the game. It's that it might be indicative of them getting scripted, and like their game plan coming into the game versus the opponent's game plans coming into the game, and the opponent's game plan has been better than theirs, at least on the first drive.
Yeah.
And maybe it's Possum, maybe they're adjusting after the first drive, and that they just kind of want to let the game declare. But when you do that against the Jets, it's one thing. When you do that in a playoff game against a really good quarterback and a good play caller, and you're playing the Colts and it's Shane Steichen on the other side, he's just going to keep hitting the buttons that are working. Mm-hmm. And some of these other teams don't have the ability to consistently string it together. They get through their first 10 or 15 plays that are scripted, and then they kind of run out of plays. Whereas some of these better coaches and better offenses, they're not going to run out of plays. So I think that's more the concern, less so the fact that they're down 7-0 early on in the game.
I think, and I'd have to go back and look at every game to make sure, but I think in the 8-game winning streak, I think they've had the lead at the half of every one of them. I don't believe they've been trailing in the second half since Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, maybe. Yeah.
So I don't really think 7-0 is adversity.
Yeah.
Like down, say, 27-17 in the fourth quarter, that's adversity. They've been trailing by 2 scores in a game twice this season. They lost both games. That's the only time that they've been trailing by 2 scores all year, which is a testament to how well they've played.
Yeah.
But to Evan's point, spot Justin Fields 7 points. He's not getting many more than that. Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward, keep naming all the guys they played. Those guys are not capable of scoring many more points than they scored. You do it in the playoffs, those guys will keep scoring. So then you'll see how they respond to some adversity.
Spee in Fresno says Burrow kind of looks like a Simpsons character with those bulging eyes, and Drake sounds like Boomhauer from King of the Hill. King of the Hill characters are tougher than Simpsons characters, so Patriots win 35-24.
Well, there you go.
I like that reasoning.
Edge, Patriots.
I like that reasoning.
I've never watched King of the Hill. You guys ever watch that show?
I don't know the King of the Hill reference, but Burrow definitely looks like a Simpsons
I always thought
character.
Kevin McAllister. It's
He looks a lot like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I love Joe Burrow. He had a Star Wars bedroom. I don't know when he's coming out there.
Burrow was what Macaulay Culkin should have looked like when he grew up.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Macaulay Culkin.
Clocklon. Is that the chicken place in Cincy? Clocklon's?
That's it. Hey, totally forgot.
Let's go to Christian in LA. What's up, Christian?
Hey, you guys. Happy Thursday to you.
Hi.
Happy
And
Thursday.
to my man Michael over in Texas. I just want to say Michael's an oldie but goodie, but I only know two things that come from Texas, and I'm sure you don't have any horn. So not that there's anything wrong with it, but just stick to the kids. Don't come after me. I got too many skills.
Something happened yesterday.
Okay.
Too many weapons.
Oh.
Okay. Now on to football. I'm really interested to see how our defense has performed against the run this week with Chase Brown, who I consider a pretty good running back, and no Milton Williams. Also, with Joe Burrow coming back, to whatever degree he can play, he's not going to be very mobile, so the way to get to him would be up the middle. And without Milton Williams, I want to see how we scheme or what player steps up to try to get to Joe Burrow. And from what I've seen on ESPN, they have us picking 30th in the draft and taking a kid named Chris Bell out of Louisville, 6'2", 224, 4440. Thank you, guys. I'm sitting here with Beverly Sue. She says hi, and we will take it off the air.
All
What did
right,
he say?
thanks.
Beverly Sushi? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Well,
I like the Chase Brown thing though. We also
Are they going to run the ball?
brought that up. It's a passing game. You know what I mean? That's like the little dump offs to Chase Brown. That's
I would say thank you if
I don't
they
know
do.
if that's sustainable, if that's gonna be enough, but it might be enough to keep them in it a little bit, keep them moving the ball. I just that's where I would look if I were them. I think Patriots are gonna have a plan for T. Higgins for sure, and but Yoshivas is where I'd look, and then I'd look at the tight ends and the running back and the passing game, the underneath stuff, try to pick them apart in the early down zone, and then when you get to third down and you got to make a play against man coverage, then maybe look to Yoshivas.
They don't run the ball. It's really bizarre because they run it well when they do run it. They just don't run it. And I think a big reason why is Chase Brown is not the biggest back, and he's really the only running back they have. So I don't think that they really want to run him into the ground. But they throw the ball 70% of the time, which you don't really see very often.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and so they're 32nd in the league in rush attempts. They're 32nd in the league in run rate, overall run rate. So they don't run it at all, which is kind of bizarre.
Now, how much do you think that that's due to their games and the way they unfold because of how bad they are defensively? Do
They
you
have to
think
get
that
into a track meet every game.
they kind of can't afford to.
It declares early.
They can't afford to establish the run because if it doesn't work,
So
they're down two scores.
Hello. I thought of that. So now the mindset might not change, but I did look at their run splits in one-score games, when the game was still within one score, and it's the same, but maybe they're still going into the game thinking we got to throw, so it might not change the mindset. The script hasn't mattered too much, and that's true. Like their shotgun rate, their pass rate, their 3 receiver rate, all of it is league high. Like they are a shotgun spread, chuck the ball down the field offense. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Niles is in Maryland, and hello, Alex.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for joining. What's up, Niles? Niles?
Niles Crane.
Niles?
No.
Niles?
It's the only other Niles.
Niles is not there. Let's go to Harvey in Maine. Hey, Harvey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, first-time caller, long-time Patriots fan.
Nice.
Got a couple of questions for you. All things being equal going into the draft, if there are quality people available at multiple positions, what position do you think the Patriots will prioritize with their first pick? And second question,
Good question.
do you see any path to Efton Chisholm getting some snaps at wide receiver this year?
Injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first question. Multiple good players at multiple positions. Which position do they choose?
I think edge is what Evan and I said. I mean, that's one of the premium positions they don't have a young player at. So that it seems like a good draft class for that position. But
I think right tackle.
Right tackle. Okay.
I guess it depends on what Morgan Moses just, he's signed for 2 more years. I can't imagine he's ready to retire, but I guess, that to me will be eventually, a need that they may be picking the 3rd or 4th round, like a developmental guy that they can work with behind Moses. But Edge rusher, I think, is going to be at the top of the list. And I still think, like, a guy in the middle of the field at either linebacker or safety that can be a playmaker.
Yeah.
Not just
I like the edge.
not just a plug gap kind of linebacker, but can you get a guy that can play in the passing game and cover people, go sideline to sideline, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys would rather defense than offense?
I mean, not like I think you're in a position now where I don't feel like you have to take a position because you have.
No, you definitely
do
don't.
have
And that's
some
why I
needs.
like the way
You
Harvey
you have a
phrased that.
choice
Like,
of several
they're all the
positions.
same.
Yeah, but
you have a stud edge rusher, safety, corner,
I'll tee
wide
up
receiver,
Evan for
whatever.
what you said yesterday about tight end position.
Yeah, tight end I think is a sneaky one. They're both getting up there, Henry and Hooper, but I also think you ideally would have maybe a little bit more of a dynamic, tight end in the passing game down the line here. The kid from Oregon's awesome. I don't know if he's going to go in the top 20 though. Sadiq, he's a really good player.
We're going to be picking at 32.
But
so.
so I don't know how high he's going to go.
Yeah.
My current draft
I like
crush,
that.
because I love the receivers, so I always going to have Mekhi Lemon from USC is a stud, but another guy that I think might go higher than 32, Fred. So, that we'll see where that falls. But, there are guys like that in this draft. Tight end's a weird one, though. Like, Sadiq's going to go early, the Oregon kid, but I think it's going to be like early and late. It's not going to be like a lot of like day 2 tight ends necessarily. It's probably going to be like him in the first round and then maybe a lull at the position for a little while. But you just like to see them add somebody that's athletic, has some tools, someone that can.
What about
develop
Efton Chisholm? Will he get any run at wide receiver?
No.
Injury. Need to be an injury.
They've already had injuries.
Yeah,
at that
Booty's been
position.
out and he hasn't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple snaps in one of the games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
use
right
him in
now
like a
it's-
run package.
Right now, Kyle Williams is next man up, and so it would take.
So where you coming from, Alex?
I was at a community event with our boss, Mr. Kraft.
Yeah.
Operation Shower. So they have a bunch of military families in who with either expecting moms or they have newborns. So the foundation holds a good event. They send them home with like awesome, really expensive stuff.
You
And
take any stuff.
what
Well,
am I
she's
going to do with
planning
a high
ahead.
chair?
Huh? You gonna get a jump on it?
Tell the truth.
Oh, you can
grab
save
anything?
it. Put it in your hope chest.
Little diaper genie.
What if that like
Oh my
jinxes
God,
it?
diaper genie. That just brought back a nightmare of just
A nightmare is right.
sausage of diapers. Like you pull the thing out and it's just
Where
all
are we
dirty.
going?
I was
I
walking
feel
down
like
the
Evan's a little closer to this than I am.
Too close.
But Evan's
Too close.
anti that, so I don't think you have to worry about it.
I was
I'll
walking
text
down.
Jess next year when they do this event.
I was walking down the street with my wife, and somebody had like a baby car seat out, just for free.
for
And I
free,
said,
yeah.
oh, we should take that. She's like, what do we need to, give it to Connor? It's like, put it in the hope chest.
The hope chest.
Oh my God. The amount of stuff you got to buy. And I think it's worse when like you do that and you buy so much more than you think you need. At least with the first one, that was our case. Is like you have all these different baby contraptions, but I mean, really, there's just a handful you need.
And there's always one thing that the baby loves,
Oh yeah.
and like the 4 other things that you bought just in case are
Yeah.
kind of useless.
No, won't do it.
Thank God I had a sister. She took care of the grandkids. There you go, mom and dad. Now
Yeah.
you have grandkids. You
Pressure
can't say
off.
you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to be
Yeah.
the worst
You're-
uncle ever.
I mean, I already
I
am
want
an
to see
uncle.
Evan as a dad.
I'm a great uncle. Thank you.
Listen, Daddy's got to watch film.
Yeah.
Go
This
find
is
your
called
mother. Go
digging
find
out
your
the
mother.
nickel.
Go find your mother. Unless you can do what Matt Collins does with the nickel, I don't want to.
Uncle Evan gave me a hard drive for Christmas for Hanukkah.
I give him Patriots gear, and he's loved it every time.
Yeah.
So
By the way,
By the by.
my wife is starting to get requests from people at work for rivalries gear.
Oh,
Like
same.
everyone
you
is
can't get
trying
it
to
anymore.
hunt
They're all
down
sold out.
rivalries
Left,
gear.
It's all
left
sold
and
out.
right.
Yep. Requests coming in.
They completely underestimated the demand for this thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I'm not just talking about the league.
yeah.
Are they going to restock? Or is it?
I mean, we're going to wear it again next year, so I would
Got
hope
to,
so.
right?
Yeah.
Will they just have it as a staple in the pro shop, like they kind of do the throwbacks?
I would hope so. But
They should.
You know the way
They like money.
Nike and all
One
these
way to get
companies work.
retail
It's
up.
like everything's a year out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
I would hope so. Dan in Virginia and Michigan says, hell to the air, Fred. Once again, the boss man called it right. Primanti Brothers in Pittsburgh is so overrated. My brother-in-law lives in
Good
Pitt, and
sandwich.
he and his wife were talking about how great Primanti Brothers was. My wife and I was there and were woefully unimpressed. It was very average sandwich that shouldn't rate a recommendation, let alone the amount of hype it gets.
wow. I mean,
Tend to agree.
What kind of sandwich is it?
It's like
They're good.
It's like Italian.
They're
just
good.
type sandwiches. It's fine. Like I don't
They
know.
put, like,
I don't
French
know
fries
all
in
this-
them.
Yeah,
Northeast, we're too spoiled in the Northeast with the good
I don't know what all
Italian
this
stuff.
They're
hate
good.
is.
They're good. But
Italian,
like
Jewish
you
delis.
heard, I think it's one of those things. It's like when someone's telling you about a movie that you're the only one who hasn't seen, and then by the time you see it, there's no way it can live up to the hype. That's what happened to this.
Yeah.
It's a good sandwich.
But Paul, what do we say about things you have to put stuff on?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so good to begin
You got to
with.
kill the taste.
Right.
I agree with Fred. It was we enjoyed it. I liked it, but I mean, I kind of felt like In-N-Out Burger, like it was going to change my life. It's
a good
And I
burger,
was like,
Donnie.
yeah, it's a good burger.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So
Let's go to Shake Shack.
that strikes a nerve with me though, Paul, because like I feel like your exact description is exactly how I try to preface In-N-Out to everybody that tries it for the
Right.
first time.
Just a good.
It's not a life-changing burger. All right, it's a good fast food
good.
burger.
It's great and it's a
I
great
liked it.
value,
Yeah.
right.
but Shake Shack's better.
Fries well done.
Right.
I like Shake Shack too.
But it's not. It's in a different category. Like Shake Shack and Five Guys are a step up in category. Like In-N-Out is compared to like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. Like
Yeah.
it's a fast food burger. And
So
people.
that's why I look at Five Guys
Yeah.
too. But I like Five Guys.
I like
Or
Five Guys.
If anybody, the Five Guys people mad
Too
at me
many
now.
fries.
A lot of fries.
Too many fries.
That's why I enjoy my Red
don't
Zone
have to eat
Sunday.
them all.
I enjoy
feel like
my
it's a
Red Zone
challenge.
Sunday, Mike, with a little Five Guys action.
Those fries are legit.
They
And
are
do you have
good.
an air fryer?
Yeah.
Air fryer is the only way to like
Heat
heat
'em
up
up.
fries after. It's the only way a leftover fry will be good.
Fred's trying to make burgers.
I can't
You give it up?
navigate the air fryer. It's
I
too
know it.
much.
You cook things that shouldn't be cooked in
You
it.
have to do this, you have to-
Let's cook a cheeseburger in an
make
air
sure, like,
fryer.
the-
Okay.
Like all the
You have
options.
to make sure
like you're
Mars
doing
is in
this, then push this
retrograde.
button.
It's like
Mars
all
is in
this- It's
retrograde.
all this stuff that you have to have perfect for the air fryer to
Oh
work.
man. Well,
It's literally like I can do it. I'm horrible in the kitchen. Like you just press a button and it goes on.
That's like a little picture of the
Yeah.
thing that you want to cook. Is this what you're going to cook? Push that button.
Yeah.
It's not really that
On
hard.
the air fryer?
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's good. I would say I would
Like
like
this basket.
Christian and I like you gotta next time you call in, tell us about base cities because I've been
Hard to
telling
clean.
Paul about base cities in
Have
Santa
you?
Monica for a while. They have the Godmother, which they're just an old school Italian deli, great bread. It's just one spot I always have to get to out there talking about good sandwiches.
But it's
that's
not.
one
it's
that's
not a
always-
chain.
No.
See,
no.
that's-
It's like one
I'm
of these.
sure
like-
that's legit.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's. Like
I
we
think that's what
discovered-
happened to Permante's. Like
Chains.
it wasn't a chain, and then
They got over
it
their skis.
expanded because it
Yeah.
was so popular. So they started opening multiple restaurants,
Yeah.
and then it went downhill.
Jose's in Texas. Hey, Jose. Jose.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Sorry, boss man Fred. I have a grievance with Christian in LA.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Texas versus California. Here we go.
Just like pull it with the Texas hate. Remember, Christian Gonzalez is from Texas too. So. And also we got Waterbury guys, so you can't really hate on us.
So what's your grievance?
Railing
He
on
just
Texas.
talks too much. No, he hates Texas.
Oh, he hates Texas. Okay.
He's defending the great state of Texas.
Okay. Did he say he hated Texas?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
a little. Yeah,
Christian was all over somebody
Better-
who evidently
better
must have
lie.
made fun of him yesterday.
Yeah, somebody made fun of him.
All right. Well, okay. Chalk another one up for someone who hates Christian in LA.
Yeah, we've
Thanks,
lost
Jose.
track.
So I've heard you're not supposed to mess with Texas. but-
Speaking of listener on listener crime, Travis in West Virginia.
Oh, here he comes.
Does he have a beef with Ford in Savannah?
I don't keep track of his beats.
He calls him Ford Pinto. He says a backwards hat wearing bro from Savannah wrote in last week and uncreatively told me to shut the hell up. He also nonsensically accused me of lacking culture. Thus, I hereby challenge Ford Pinto and Savannah to a culture off.
Oh,
And seriously, bro, take your hat off. You're indoors.
what's a
I don't-
culture?
what's
off?
going on
that
here?
mean? What's a culture?
I don't
off
know,
mean?
but we have to have Eric make the
Right.
test for them.
right.
We'll quiz them both.
You mean Eric Scalvino?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. I was with you, and I'm like, I wanted to double check, but I think he's the right man to judge a culture off.
I think so
Culture off.
too.
Yeah.
Starting with cork sniffing.
Joe in Michigan, I'm not a big believer in coincidence. Therefore, is there any logic to playing soft on defense in the opponent's first possession? The Patriots have allowed this too often for it to be chance. Are they playing too soft on the first possession? Too conservative, maybe?
I don't know.
Just
I
to
mean,
see what they're doing, feel them out,
Feel
and
it
then
out.
once you figure it out, then I don't know.
I think they're getting a lot of schemed up stuff, which isn't really about playing soft. It's just kind of a team knows what your rules are, and they're going to have a handful of plays on the opening script to exploit what they see. So I don't know if it's. I just think it's evidencing.
Last year we were easy to defend. This year we're easy to script.
That's probably a good, okay way to put it.
I mean, I'm not. I guess that's another example of how far back we are. We're back. Like, do you remember when anytime anybody ever did anything to have a modicum of success against Belichick, it was by design? It was Bills wanted that to happen.
right.
You know, we're back.
Yeah.
So we're too conservative. The New Orleans game, we were critical of Zach Core for calling a blitz on the first play of the game, leaving you susceptible to a 50-yard completion with Kyle Duggar running toward the line of scrimmage and then Olave beating him over the top. Now we're playing too conservative.
Right.
Like,
that's too
to
aggressive.
me, it's what you're saying. The other teams are coming up with good scripts, and they're not able to sustain it because they're not good enough to sustain it. But a lot of these teams, you know, you rep something enough and you're ready to go, and you have some success with it early in the game. I just think it's one of those things.
I think it happens a lot, not just against us. I mean, we're the worst.
It's odd because of the dichotomy between the first drive and, for the most part, the rest of the game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that have success early in games, and they continue to have some success. The Patriots have completely shut teams down for the most part in the middle two quarters.
Yeah.
And that's what I think makes this a little bit different.
Yep.
I wonder if some of it, too, is I remember in the past talking about the Patriots offense trying to use aggressive defenses, like or other teams using their aggressiveness against them, you know, and trying to use the Patriots, like a good example, the Steelers, like, you know, with Troy Polamalu. Those, you know, they knew he's coming, so let's bait him into it and try to take advantage. The Patriots play a similar kind of attacking defense now, where I think you can get guys upfield, you can get guys moving in a certain direction, and then, you know, try to.
But
hit
I
them on the
think
other
they've
side.
done some different things. You know, we complained that they were way too aggressive in the opener. Now we're complaining that they're not aggressive enough. You know, so I think other teams have done a good job of identifying what the Patriots are doing or will do in a game, and they've had success with it.
I even going back to like watching the old Bill defense. Like, I remember, like, literally one of my personal rules of watching the game was like, don't overreact to the first drive. And, you know, so it happened to them. I mean, I don't know if it's quite as stand out as it's been this year, where, you know, to Paul's point, it's like one, you know, 6-play drive and they're in the end zone, and then it's like out. But I don't know. I just think that is a common thing that teams, you know, especially good offensive coordinators.
I think what makes this different is how bad the offenses are. You know, Tennessee, the Jets.
Sure.
You know, some of those teams, New Orleans, have been really, really wretched offensively, except for against you in the first drive.
Yeah.
And, you know, Bills defenses in those games pitch shutouts and the like. And that's when they, you know, got Kyle Van Noy to stick his chest out and call himself the boogeyman.
Well,
you know, when they would beat the crap out of these overwhelmed opponents.
I'd say, too, another thing on this defense is they're 32nd in red zone defense. So those Bill defenses, too, they might allow a long drive, but they were getting stops for field goals. Instead, now it's a bad red zone. You get to the 20, you're probably going to score against this Patriots defense right now.
Jason writes in Savannah, I had a YouTube ad pop up when Christian in L.A. called. I couldn't be any happier. All right, we'll take a break. We come back, more calls and emails. We've got picks later. A lot more to come on Patriots Unfiltered. Whether you're in the game or betting on the game, you'll need a game plan. DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots, provides you with everything you need to build your personal betting game plan so you can get in on all the action while practicing safe bets. Visit DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming to learn more about all the safe betting tools DraftKings has to offer. Hope is here, 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Physically present in Massachusetts. See DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
Isn't it time to get exactly what you want? Welcome to Red Hot Deal Days from Verizon, where you get your pick of our best deals. Like My Plan, where you can pick the perks you want and save on every one. For limited time, bring your own phones to a Verizon store and you can get My Plan for our best price ever. Get exactly what you want in your phone plan and only pay for what you need. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today and get my plan. These deals won't last. It's your Verizon.
With FedEx One Rate, you can ship to your student for a simple, predictable flat rate. Send a box full of home-baked treats that say, "Your father and I miss you." Or send a box full of instant noodles that says, "Your father and I would like you to stop asking us for money." Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx One Rate. 2-day shipping, one flat rate. Starting at $14.50. Visit FedEx.com/OneRate for details. Exclusions apply.
If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
All right, welcome everybody. We're excited to have Morgan Moses here, fresh off the practice field.
Yeah.
Morgan, a little bit of a long weekend there. How were things out there today? A little rusty, or you guys get back into it?
No, man. We, as professionals, man, we do whatever we can do to stay in the game and stay in the shape. And but obviously, after a couple of days off, it's always good to get back on the field and just be with your brother. So
I want to take you back. You were sitting here, I think it was February, March, whenever we brought the free agents in here. It was great. Vibes were high then. You've been around. You've been on teams where you get there in the spring, vibes are high. The vibes are still high right now.
Yeah.
How did it all come together for you guys with so many new coaches, new players, rookies? I mean, it's really come together. You guys are on a winning streak, and it's going great.
I think, first of all, man, front office, hats off to them, man, on the decisions they made to get these rookies and free agencies in. A lot of details into the work of the guys that have come in. And then obviously, I speak for the offensive side, having those two rookies on the left side that's played amazing football. And, I try not to tell them this all the time, but like I don't really consider them rookies, man, just because how they came in and then detailed the offense. And even Travion Henderson, man, like a lot of people have been talking about, like, it's taking them a while to get going, but it's hard in the NFL, so just kudos to those guys, just being patient and just going at it day after day. And when that opportunity presents itself, this is what happens, man. This is what happens.
It's pretty cool that it's you and Mike on the right side, two vets, and then two rookies on the left side. Just how have you been able to help Will and Jared and just kind of take them under your wing?
I don't think it's necessarily helping them, man. I think we all just collectively just know each other. Obviously we preach being able to know each other on and off the field. I think that's helped us tremendously. But I want to say, the unsung hero of it all is probably Garrett Bradbury, man. He's done an amazing job just getting us all on the same page, detailing. He's played a long time in this league as a center, and when you got a guy that's a center that can speak for all five and help the quarterback get on the same page, I think that's the engine. That's the engine to the offense right there.
Those guys aren't the only rookies. And some of my favorite interactions when we're in the locker room is watching you and Marcus Bryant and Caden Wallace, and you're just holding court and, teasing guys. But I think you've been a huge part of the change this year. And we've been in the locker room the last few years. We know what it's like when things aren't going great. But you've been in the center of what feels like just bringing everybody together. And does that help you as an older player have these young guys who, have aspirations to get to a level where you've gotten?
I think the biggest thing is, it's not easy what we do every day. The sacrifices that you make as a father, as a friend, as a family member, whatever the case is, and to be able to come here and play this game that we love. I tell those guys all the time, man, we play a king games for a ransom, a child's game for a king ransom. And, just being able to, take that little edge off, when we're not on the field, and just being able to laugh and just share jokes and stuff like that, that's very important. It goes into knowing your brothers off the field, because when it's 4th and 1 and you got to have it, and Coach Braves is out there beating his chest like, hey, let's go, guys. Like, when you know your guys inside and out, off the field and on the field, you're able to give that extra push, because you guys are brothers. You're fighting for the same thing. You want the same thing, and it's just the betterment of the team.
You mentioned Coach Vrabel, and I know he spends a lot of time with you guys in the offensive line room. How rare has that been, for you, just as a guy that's had a lot of coaches? Is it rare to have the head coach this hands-on with the offensive line?
I think it's rare, but I think just given the take of his career as a professional football player. And as a coach, he's done it on a high level. I mean, obviously, he's won Super Bowls in this same building that we work in every day. And I think when you have that type of example every day that goes out there, and you see your head coach taking hits on the chin and holding bags for players, man, that's the the details and the techniques and the fundamentals and everything that we preach, as in taking your, the identity with you on the road and in the stadium at home games and things like that. I think when you got a guy that shows that every day, it makes it a lot easier to come to work and have those same set on mind.
We hear a lot that the season starts after Thanksgiving. You've been a veteran. I'm sure you've heard that too. But what does the team need to do now as we get into December and getting down to the final road down towards the playoffs?
A lot of people are talking about the record and everything that we've done so far, and just being an older guy in the locker room and telling guys like, hey, we haven't done anything yet, because none of this matters unless you play meaningful games in December. And I think that's where we're headed. And I think we're just trying to take one day at a time. And the next step is Cincinnati. Getting that going on the road again, taking our identity with us, packing it with us, and going out there and getting that dub out there, and then go from there. I think you can't look too far ahead. You got to be where your feet are, and I think when you're able to do that, the outcome is favorable for you.
So I want to take you back to March for a second too. Be honest. If I told you you're going to be 9-2 through 11 weeks when you signed here in March, would you believe me? Like how cool has it been to see that kind of growth?
Man, it's been fun, man. Just like going back to the signings, you know what I'm saying? Just like going back to the signings and seeing the guys that we've signed, and just the identity of the guys. Like, I've known Milton for a while, being in that division, and just seeing him from, his rookie year to now, what he's brought to the table. Spillane, obviously Diggs. I've known Diggs since high school. So, just seeing those guys come in and operate the way they do, obviously, you want to preach, hey, everybody has the same goal in the beginning of the season, is to get into the race, you know what I'm saying? But the details that we've carried every day, from our coaching staffs to the players to the weight room, the equipment room, the training room, everybody's all hands on. And I think when you're able to have a head coach that's able to give that praise to everybody and not selfishly say, hey, like, it's just us doing it, but we're bringing everybody along with us. A5 is better than 1, right? So we'll take it.
I just got to follow up. What did you know with Diggs? Did you guys play against each other? Were you teammates? I actually took
Diggs on his official visit to UVA. So we've known each other for a while, just being in the DMV area and stuff like that. And, I think for him, man, just the way he's came in here in this building, and, all the outside noise that, prima donna and all these things that's been said, he's probably been the guy in the middle of it all that's just sacrificed a lot, and just bringing guys along, right? And I think when you have a guy like that shows that, hey, like that might have been me years ago, this is me now. Guys looked at that in the locker room, was like, hey, like I can play a long time in this league as well at a high level. And what he brings to the table, man, that energy. You seen the camera, before we break in games and things like that. That energy, that energy is contagious, man. So like when you got guys running around like that, Mac Hollins too, bro. Like we got a great group of guys in the locker room, man, hands down. And I think the details of work that we put in is really showing.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because we see it all the time with Diggs, but I don't think people realize. You're right. Like, he had a reputation of being a little bit more of a diva, and I could not think that that's further from the truth based off of what we've seen.
No, 100%, 100%, man. And he's been that rock. He's been that rock for a lot of guys in that locker room. Obviously, Drake May, somebody he can count on and things like that. But he's that guy that, like, he's that receiver that you often find in the offensive line, a circle of offensive linemen joking, thinking he's 6'7", 330 pounds himself. But like I said, man, that energy is contagious, and we just feed off of it, man. We feed off of it.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, hey, Morgan, thank you so much for coming here, and good luck this week in Cincinnati.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Morgan.
Yep.
And now, great moments in history.
I had to stop at that Shell station down next to Luciano's on Route 1, Fred.
Yeah.
Filling up for gas, so I go in to pay the cashier, this woman who's been there forever.
Pay at the pump, now.
I know. I like to go in and pay prepay. I like that better.
Cash?
I just like it better.
Oh, come on.
Don't get me on it. Don't get me started on that.
Why would you do that?
Just
Cash?
Stop it.
Why do you like it better?
No, I give the credit card.
It's just $20 on, or fill it up.
No, I usually put in a certain amount.
You can do that at the pump.
I know you can, Jerry Seinfeld, from the commercial that he did back in the day when he used to, remember he did that, and he'd pull the credit card.
Why would you
apparently you don't
all
remember.
the way in there?
All the way. It's not like you're walking 15 miles to go to Phillips.
I can understand if you didn't have a credit card, all you had was cash.
Right, because then you got
that I can understand.
Anyway, so I go into the store.
This makes no sense.
Anyway, I go into the store.
This bothers me.
Well, stop it. Let me finish the story.
Why would you go in? Oh, it's just such a hassle.
It's not a hassle. You are the laziest person I've ever known.
They did this at the
I'm
pump.
walking 10 steps to
Why
walk
did they-
into the door so I can pay for the
Why do you
cashier
think
inside.
they all have this? It's for our convenience.
Have you ever seen the signs on there that a lot of places say go inside and prepay before you pump? A lot of places won't let you do that thing at the pump, you know.
Where the hell do you live? In Arkansas?
That's another great moment from
All right, back here on Patriots Unfiltered, 855-PASS-500 is the hotline. Podcast at Patriots.com is the email address. I thought we'd address some...
Stop.
What?
Mike,
Allow me to do my...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we got the co-pilot.
Why did somebody stop me?
Well,
I just did.
I didn't know. I didn't know who
let me
co-pilot.
go.
Right before we started, Deuce
You let me go. Just tell me to shut
Deuce
up.
said, all right, I'll start with the co-pilot thing, and
What's
we
that?
all acknowledged
What do you have in your hand?
It's my... What?
my headphones. We talked about this.
Oh, those
too.
are Bose. I was wondering why it's so big.
It's the case for
You
my
got both your
headphones.
earbuds in
okay.
there. All right,
Are they a
guys.
sponsor? I don't know if we can
It's
talk about
time for the Copilot Question of the Week presented by Microsoft Copilot, where every day is game day and where every decision is powered by insight, innovation. Microsoft technology helps to make decisions faster, insight sharper, and strategies more adaptive. So, guys, I'm trying to tie a couple things here together. The question, I think Paul's going to get this one, but we're going to tie a couple things together. How did the 1985 Patriots clinch a playoff berth? And what, and I'm going to add an addendum to this, and what was the play that sealed it?
It's a Robert Weathers touchdown run against the Cincinnati Bengals.
And there it is. Great call, Paul.
Wow.
In Foxborough.
Quite a memorable game that people might have forgotten about. And if you listen to the upcoming Super Bowl Sound Odyssey 1985, you can learn more about that. It'll be released in a couple weeks. But Paul is right. Patriots went into Week 16 at Miami, a chance to win the division, clinch a playoff berth. They lost a heartbreaker. Last
30 to
second
27
drive,
in overtime.
30 to 27.
Not overtime?
Not overtime.
Regulation?
I don't think. It was they were down by 14. They scored a touchdown. They recovered a fumble out in the kickoff. Tie game.
Grogan to Morgan.
Marino down the field and a field goal to win it.
Speaking of Morgan.
Oh, look at this.
And Morgan,
Look at this.
and we had to
There
give
goes
them, this is
Robert
the play
Weathers.
right here for Robert Weathers. So just to set it up, I mean, the Patriots had a chance. They had a 4th and 1 at the Cincinnati 42. They were up by 4 points. 2 minutes left in the game. It's kind of situational football, Paul, like you talk about sometimes. You know, you could have kicked a field goal and gone up by 7, or you go for it on 4th and 1, and Robert Weathers had the 42-yard
From the 42?
touchdown.
No field goal.
From the 42. They're too far for Tony Franklin?
Back then?
60 yards? Yeah, I'd say
And
that's
he didn't
probably
wear
too
shoes,
far.
though,
He was
you
a
know.
right. He was barefoot. Right.
And that's in December, so it's probably pretty cold. But yeah, you know, and also another part of this game that's kind of famous is the fans stormed the field. It was a crazy atmosphere.
And what happened, Mike?
They took the uprights out of the stadium and went down Route 1.
And then what happened?
Yeah. And then somebody unfortunately got electrocuted.
Correct.
But as part of my project that I'm doing on 85, I talked to Patrick Sullivan, who was the GM, and he was kind of like, you know, I didn't think the state police would let him get all the way down Route 1. Like, they were like 2 miles away with the goalposts when the guy
Things were different back
Hit a
then.
power line.
They're just people
Carrying goalposts down the state highway.
Hiking down,
It's not
yeah.
a big deal.
No, it's
They would probably frown upon that now.
no, really, but a really, you know, great
can't commit
moment,
crimes anymore.
you know, for the Patriots
hard.
organization
Thanks, Obama.
there. I mean, that's, you know, that Patriots team hadn't won a playoff game in the NFL to that point. They had won one previous AFC championship. They didn't win the AFC championship that year, but big game against the Bengals. Came here and, you know, a young Boomer Esiason, who a couple years later would represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
That was their first ever playoff win.
In the NFL. Technically in the AFL in 63, they beat Buffalo in kind of a play-in game that they had to have. And then they went to San Diego and got smoked.
Funny, I
and
never
then,
really
sorry,
thought
then
of
they
it that
went
way.
76, playoff win. They hadn't had a playoff win.
They
Lost in 76.
hadn't had a playoff win until 85.
78.
You remember the field that they played in San Diego back in the early 60s?
Yeah, Balboa Stadium.
That's right, Paul. That's
Balboa.
right.
Hey, Balboa. So
I only remember that because Andy Hart always called it Rocky Balboa Stadium.
So, no, it's glad I could work in some 85 stuff, some Bengals stuff. Game that's probably
You mentioned Stanley Morgan.
Stanley Morgan also has made the semifinals as one of 9 semifinalists in the veteran category. So the cool thing was...
Long overdue.
Now, wrote a little thing about him yesterday, and, you know, there are a lot of Stanley Morgan fans out there, like just the random people on Twitter being like, he's got to be in. You know, I mean, I think he still has the record for yards per reception with over 500 receptions. It's like 19 yards. So he was the proverbial deep threat. Had a great career here for the Patriots, you know, covering end of the 70s and in the 80s. So tying it all together, and the 85 podcast coming out soon. So stay tuned for that.
All right. So when we came out of the break, I started talking about it. I shouldn't have, but now I'll finish. We had some little media on Patriots hate going on in a couple instances. The first one was Cam Newton calling the Patriots fool's gold. And then Stephen A. Smith, I guess on the same show, right? Maybe different day, calling our Drake May a liar for saying he doesn't know what show Cam is on. What is going on? Why do they hate us?
Yeah, well, so Drake said, I don't know what show he's on. I'm just trying to focus on the team, kind of a Cam response. But my response was when I saw the Stephen A. Smith, I was like, oh, Cam Newton's on First Take. I discovered that Cam Newton was on First Take.
I knew that Cam Newton said those. I didn't know what show he said it on.
No, me neither.
All those shows are the same to me.
And they all get clipped on Twitter.
Right.
They all look the same. You never know. It's just someone standing at a camera saying
so all of a sudden he's a liar. Come on.
I take a lot of offense
We're
to
better
this.
than that, right?
Also, what's Cam Newton's problem with Drake?
What's in the
I
Patriots?
can't understand
Well,
it.
I think that Bill Belichick exposed Cam Newton at the end of his career, and he doesn't like that.
But what does that have to do with Drake? This is a kid that has taken every opportunity to talk about how much
I
he
know.
loved you growing up.
Well, hey.
It's really mean to me.
How did Bill Belichick wrong Cam Newton?
Because he came in here, and because of the coaching that he was given, he couldn't handle it, and everyone realized, okay, he's done.
Why couldn't he handle the coach? I don't understand.
It was just too tough.
I think it's the other way
changed
around.
the-
I think this is an anti-Patriot stance because the Patriots fired Bill Belichick.
No, this is football university.
Really?
That's what I think
Because
it is.
Bill gave Cam a chance?
Bill was the only guy willing to allow Cam Newton to continue playing football.
Well, either way, he doesn't like the Patriots.
Well, can I push back on that? Can I just say, I understand an opinion that the Patriots have beat a bunch of bad teams, and when it gets down to the nitty gritty and they have to play somebody good, that someone doesn't think that they're good enough. I understand
I get
somebody saying that.
but I don't get the Drake May part of it. And it does seem to be something with Cam Newton and Drake May.
Yeah, because this isn't the first time he said something.
And it's sort of really odd to me because Drake May has been so complimentary of Cam Newton.
Drake said he was a Panthers fan until they let Cam go.
Right. So that's the part. And I wonder if Cam is really up to speed and all of that, because that strikes me
Probably
as the
not.
stuff
I feel
that
like
Cam,
he's in his own little world.
And I loved when Cam was here, off field. He was fine. I hated watching him play every week, and I said it every week. But I mean, listening to him, he was, he was an interesting guy to listen to.
Yeah.
And I wonder, this seems to me the kind of thing that he would eat up. Oh, this is a young guy.
Yeah, my guy, North Carolina.
He loved the Panthers. He loved watching me play.
Ego.
And that's kind of the way he plays, kind of with a dual threat element to his game. I wonder if Cam knows just how much May has spoken about his affinity for Cam Newton.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have much to say on those shows that make sense. So I think they told him, if you're going to be on the show, you got to be the one that criticizes
There's an element
the
of that,
Patriots.
too. They have to have, the different roles.
You got to be the one that criticizes the Patriots.
The contrarian,
That doesn't sound fun.
But I just don't, calling someone a liar is,
a
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Stephen A's had an interesting run here the last couple months.
And I agree with you guys. If Drake, and I wasn't here, so I don't know what Drake said, but if Drake said, I don't know what show Cam Newton's on, I don't find that non-believable at all.
I did not
I find that very, very possible.
I didn't know.
If it was, I don't know who Stephen A. Smith is or what show he's on, that I would say that's a lie.
Yeah.
But even then, I know who Stephen A. Smith is, of course. I didn't know the name of that show.
No, you don't have to know the name of the show, but you know he's on every day.
I know he's on
you know
a
who Stephen A.
show.
Smith is, and he's
Right.
on in the
Even if you know
morning.
on
Stephen
every
A,
show
even
on
if
that
you do know
station.
First Take,
Right.
I'm not keeping up with
the
Cam
first
Newton
take
and
part
his
of it is
media
irrelevant.
gigs.
It's Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
You're saying I don't know who Stephen. I don't know
no.
Stephen A. Smith. That to me, I would find non-believable.
Right.
Yeah.
But Cam Newton, he's kind of new to this
Right.
stuff. I don't know if everybody knows what shows he's on.
And
or
we got
where did
actually
he- where
have
does he talk?
a rerun of Get Up on our TV with ESPN News. I don't know what time the show actually does air. I've never watched it.
But that's my point. It's
These guys
irrelevant.
are here at 7 a.m. What are they sitting around watching First Take
These
to hear
kids
what
probably
those guys
haven't-
watching it, but they
These
know of it.
kids-
I have never. I almost never watched that show.
if they know of it, it's from social media clips. And these kids, if they even have ever watched these shows, they haven't watched these shows since elementary school.
Yeah.
But you know of them.
Yeah, but even when you
Yes.
see it on social
Because of
media, it doesn't
legacy.
say
Not because
Get Up or what's the
it's
name of the
appointment
show? First
television.
Up.
Get Up.
Get up.
First take.
First take.
Oh, it's first take.
So
I
you
thought it
just
was
see
Get
the
Up.
clip.
It's
What's the
irrelevant.
difference?
You just
What
see
the name of the show is not really pertinent to this story.
No, it's exactly.
Do
Well,
you
it
know
is if-
Stephen A.
I think
Smith?
it is
No.
a
Do
little
you know
pertinent
Cam
if-
Newton? Do you
No.
know that Cam Newton is on ESPN?
I think it's Stephen A.
didn't.
offended that because it's his show.
Correct.
Like
Right.
First Take
Right.
is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
associated
He
with
took it as a
Stephen
shot
A.
at him.
He took it as a shot at
Alex
himself.
nailed it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I think
but-
the name of the show is not.
No, the
part
name of the
this.
show is totally relevant.
It might
'cause
as well be
that's what-
Stephen A. Smith. Right. Might
That's
as well be the
but
name
that's
of the
what
show.
Drake said. I don't know. I didn't know he was on that or what
Right.
show he's on.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So what show it is relevant. Like I don't know the names of these shows. I just see the clips and I see Cam Newton.
Get
It's
up,
like,
sit
I
down.
see Stephen A. Smith. He's on every show on that station.
Right. Right.
Very true.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
You don't have to know the show because he is
Yeah.
ESPN. And if Drake May said, I don't know that,
But he
I
didn't
would,
say
I would
that.
call that out. He was talking about Cam Newton.
Exactly.
I find that highly believable.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
I don't equate Cam Newton right now with all of ESPN shows. Again, I don't care if it's Get Up, Sports Center, NFL Live, First Take. They're all the same. It's all
Countdown.
noise. They're
Right.
all. It's all noise.
And then Dan Orlovsky,
I'm gonna run to the locker room. I'll
who
be back.
he's said some nice things about the Patriots. So
Dan Orlovsky has been one of the biggest cheerleaders of the Patriots all season.
now-
They were asked to come up with a fatal flaw for all the playoff teams.
Yeah,
I just
and-
want to set
and
that
he's
up
saying that the
properly.
Patriots are playing too much nickel.
He thinks that potentially could be a fatal flaw.
To
Yes.
which I say all teams play mostly nickel.
They play the third most, I believe, in the league.
Yeah, but the gap isn't that much
He
between
thinks
what
that-
they are and the other teams.
He's just worried about them doing that too much. I would
just
say that they're
making stuff up.
they're the number one run defense in football. So obviously playing nickel to stop the run hasn't hurt them. He thinks it will.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know why everybody has to be a liar, but like
Well,
that's
it's like
what
how
he said.
you prefaced
said he's a
it.
liar?
If you
Right.
have to find a flaw with every
Correct.
playoff contender.
Who said he's a liar?
Why are you saying you just you just? I think you just said he's.
I didn't say he's a liar.
What did you say?
We're blending. We're
I
blending.
think
the
he said he's
Stephen A.
making stuff
in.
up. I think that was the
he's
word
a
he
hater.
used. I think he's okay.
He's a
so
hater.
Again,
He's
there
a
it
hater.
is.
Yeah.
I think he's wrong, and I said it on Felger and Mash yesterday.
see,
I
now-
think that they've been outstanding stopping the run with these lighter fronts. So why is it all of a sudden going to come?
I think
to haunt them?
all these people are checking themselves because they're realizing, oh my God, I've been really complimentary of the Patriots so far. I gotta reverse
feeling the
that.
heat.
We can't do that.
So is Mina Kimes a hater too? She
We
thinks the
can't do
fatal flaw is the pass defense.
we can't do that.
Is
Yes.
she a hater too?
I haven't heard her. What show
It was
she
on
on?
this. It was on the same thing.
What show?
It was on
she
the very same thing.
What show
NFL
was that?
Live.
NFL Live.
It was on the same thing that you just
know
quoted,
these
Dan
shows.
Orlovsky.
I don't even know.
Paul
those
loves
shows.
network television.
I guess he does.
It's on the Twitter.
Yeah.
That's where these clips get life.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea.
But you are doing right now what Stephen A. Smith is accusing Drake May of doing, being intentionally
But I'm not
obtuse.
lying. I don't know.
You don't know who Mina Kimes is.
No,
and Dan
did I say
Orlovsky.
that?
You don't know that they're on ESPN.
I didn't say that.
Do
I
you
didn't
know?
say
Do you
that.
know that they're on ESPN?
No, I didn't know what show it was.
Do you know that they're on ESPN?
I had no idea that they were on the same show. Dan
Oh, you
Orlovsky.
didn't?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Intentionally obtuse.
Now he's calling me a liar.
I didn't say that you're a liar. I said you're being intentionally obtuse. You have to go out of your way to not know that. You have to
Really?
try to not know that.
You guys keep looking to me. I just want to let you cook.
I'm just wondering. I'm
giving you
being
the nod
accused of being obtuse.
because I'm lighting a match and walking
Honestly,
away.
it's hard to keep track of all these people.
Yeah, I'm being accused of being obtuse.
I just
when
want-
I'm honestly
I
saying
just
I
want
didn't know
you-
that they were on the same show.
But it doesn't. Again, why are you fixating on the show? Who cares where they said it? Like, why is that relevant to the story? This is my whole
I didn't
point.
even know she said it.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, she said this. Is she a hater?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want you to be consistent.
Yeah.
I figured you would say something different because most people don't think of Mina Kimes that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think she's a hater.
They all hate us. They hate us.
See, I don't. I think they all love you.
The last thing they want is for
I
the
think
Patriots
they're
to come
totally in
back.
love with the Patriots right now on ESPN. It's a love fest every day.
Because of ratings.
Right. And
They missed our
Because
ratings.
of ratings.
They
Absolutely.
realized how good they had it when we were on top for years and years, and they drummed up narratives against us because they hate us.
I believe.
And now they're like, crap, we're struggling.
I
Big
believe
time.
they. Well, I mean, I'm not going to.
Life was better for the
that level.
networks when the Patriots were blowing everyone out.
Oh, I
Life
don't
was
know about
better for
that.
that network when they weren't just bloviating about nonsense every day with Stephen A. Smith to pull it all full circle. Like it's all just yelling at everybody every day and telling everybody what they should do and what they shouldn't do, and it's all just fabricated arguments. That's why no one watches ESPN anymore. They don't do anything.
Are the ratings down?
ESPN?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Really?
Disney would love to divest that.
You think they would love to get rid of that Pat McAfee show that no one cares about?
Okay.
But everybody knows it's there.
Well, it's on Twitter.
It's on the Twitter.
It's on YouTube.
It is.
I know about Pat McAfee.
Who's gonna?
I think Alex is right. I think right now ESPN is embracing the Patriots because I think it's good for ratings.
Right, but now there's a little bit of pushback. Now we can't be too much on the bandwagon.
So
we have to.
I'm just going to try just to let everybody know what actually happened is they're getting fatal flaws for all the playoff teams.
That's why
That
the
was
Dan
the
and Mina
exercise
thing
of
is
this.
much different. Like Stephen A. is just
Correct.
being a hot
It's
take
much
artist.
different than what
just
Cam
to be a
Newton
hard-
did. Cam
yes.
Newton clearly has some kind of axe to grind against the Patriots. Calling Cam Newton a hater, to me, would be accurate. When other people are asked to give a fatal flaw to the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Patriots, and they give one, I don't
That's the
classify
segment.
that as being a hater. I classify that as an exercise. What could derail a 9-2 team? Dan Orlovsky, in my mind, incorrectly states they play too much nickel defense, which strikes me as a guy who looks at the numbers on a spreadsheet and says, they've played this percentage of nickel defense. And you can't do that nowadays when a lot of teams are going under center more often. They're loading up with multiple tight ends and playing power football and throwing off of that. And if you want to try to roll the dice against, say, Indianapolis with Jonathan Taylor and play that way, you're going to struggle. But he's not watching the games every week to see how they're handling those kinds of packages with great success to the point where they're number one in the league run defense.
Right. Incorrect. He's incorrect.
I think he's incorrect.
Yeah.
I said this yesterday on Felger and
I
Matz.
think he knows he's incorrect too, and he's saying it anyway.
I don't
think the
think he knows
problem
he's
is-
incorrect. I think he
does.
thinks that.
I think the problem is they're just trying to, like, I guess, grasp at a straw to come up with something to say for the segment because that's the nature of the segment. But then you have aggregators taking it, posting a headline that says he said it a certain way. You kind of strip it of the nuance, and then it just rolls.
There you go.
Dove Kleiman special.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Let's get back to the phones. 855-PATS-500. Todd's in North Carolina. Hey, Todd.
Hey, guys. I was going to bust Paul's balls a little bit, but seeing that you did a good job of that, Fred, I'll just kind of leave him alone. And poor Alex having to put up with your guys, Statler and Waldorf.
I live for it.
Okay. So, Paul, get your nitrogen pill or your nitro pill out. You're going to need it for your heart because I'm predicting the Bengals win this 31-30. They're going to put Spads and Gesicki on. They're going to move Higgins all over the place. I don't like what I've seen in Gonzo, and our run defense has been kind of exposed. So I think they might be able to get Burrow. If he's got any modicum of movement at all, they might get him moving around. And I think that this is going to be one of these games where, we got surprised, kind of like the Bengals did last year by us. I don't feel good about this. And I want my shirt when the Bengals win.
I look forward to the Todd from North Carolina call post-game show when you're, 3 sheets to the win. And it's,
I can't drink. I got a 10-year-old.
And you're like, and you're like, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Because, no, 31-30, no way.
Todd a hater, too?
He's a little bit, he's not a hater, but he gets worried. He's
anxious.
He's as far
he
away
gets
from
very
a hater
anxious.
as you can get.
He cares so
Good
much,
fan.
Gets very anxious. Yep.
Good fan.
Let's go to Carrie in Texas. What's up, Carrie?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it. Go, Pats.
Got a lot of Texas calls today.
I love it.
Is it a holiday there?
I know.
State holiday in Texas
No,
today?
we wish.
Yeah.
It's just the best state ever. But I just had a question for y'all. What do you guys think about, the red zone? That's the only thing that concerns me because we were struggling a lot last game, against the Jets, just trying to get it into the end zone. I'm sorry, not the Jets, Tampa Bay. And so I'm just concerned. That's my concern. What do you guys, what are your thoughts? How are we going to be more aggressive to make sure that once we're there, we're going to get that touchdown no matter what,
Okay. Red zone.
I think red zone offense has been fine. Red zone defense has been a problem. But I mean, I think they've had mean, just looking at that Tampa game, they didn't really get to the red zone all that often because they had the long runs for Henderson in that game. But the Jets game, I thought they had a couple of 7-yard touchdown runs for Henderson when they got down close. They got held to a field goal late in the game after that fumble, which is that was disappointing when they took over inside the 10 and couldn't score.
Right at that.
I see what your point is, Carrie. I do think there's been some inconsistency, but offensively, I feel pretty good about the way that they've been in the red zone. Defensively has been a problem.
To me, it's about like getting the run game going a little more for the red zone.
They haven't run the ball. They haven't run it well. There's no question about that.
Because throwing into the red zone, to me,
Thanks, Carrie.
Not really knowing anything about this stuff, just like visually and conceptually, to me, it would make sense that like a red zone, it's a really condensed field. It's just packed with defenders, so it's harder to get a target open unless you have like a huge guy or a guy that's great at contested catches. So when you can just run the ball and ram it in, makes it easier, and that's just something they've struggled with.
I agree.
Our friends at ESPN have texted us saying they're having their best ratings in a decade this year.
And that's because Alex will tell you because they're talking about the Patriots.
For the Patriots.
Yeah. So maybe the format works. Yeah. More shouting, less highlights. Right?
Nice, Fred.
Eldred.
Good try.
Eldred's in North Carolina. What's up, Eldred?
Hey, fellas. Hey, Alex. How you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. Fred, Stephen A. Smith is a damn jerk. I don't know what to say.
Uh-oh.
And I can't understand Cam except he's hating. Because I think he see in Drake what he would have been if he didn't tore that shoulder in that Super Bowl.
Oh.
So I think that's but if he knew that Drake was a Cam fan, I think he'd have changed that.
Why doesn't he know that?
I know. He has to.
Well, I think, like I said, Cam is Cam. He just ain't the same like he used to be. He's about to lose me as a fan too, though. But
yeah.
But Paul,
yes, sir.
Like that lady on ESPN. I'm worried about that passing defense because, like I said,
I think her fatal flaw is a lot more worrisome than Orlovsky's is. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So they blowing coverage, everybody getting open. Or they're losing something, and then they ain't got that rush against that line like it's supposed to be. So, but my prediction is 28-21, us over Cincinnati. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. All right.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Eldred.
I always tell you I'll take the win no matter what.
Sure.
I'd be a little disappointed if they only scored 28 points. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That's how bad this defense is. 28 wouldn't be enough.
So if they only score 28 turnovers, you think keeps it down, or
no? I don't know. I was Eldred's prediction. I don't know.
Yeah.
You hung up on him. Couldn't explain it to
He
you.
said goodbye.
I'm just kidding. Why are you so defensive today?
Because you're accusing me of stuff I'm not
I'm
doing.
not accusing you of anything. I'm having fun with you.
DJ's in Arizona. What's up, DJ?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope y'all are having a great day today.
You too.
Yes.
Thank you. So my thing is, I've been a Patriots fan for a long time. I'm 26 all my life, and I think Cam Newton is for sure being a hater. And I also agree that the show is important because Drake May said that he didn't know what show Cam Newton was on. So I think the show does matter. Yes, knowing their names does, but I think the show matters because that was the comment that he made.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily attacking.
I get it,
Cam
but the
Newton.
point is he doesn't know Cam Newton. Where Cam Newton is.
That's what he said.
I know. If he had said, I don't know where Stephen A. Smith is, I would say, I'm kind of with Stephen A.
but he
Smith.
didn't
He's
say
probably
that.
lying. I don't think he's lying. I don't think he knows what show Cam Newton's on.
Right, that's
I
the
don't think
point.
a lot of people know Cam Newton's on the
same
show.
point everyone's making.
That's the whole point.
TJ
Right,
agrees.
so why
That's
do
what he's saying.
I'm with you. I'm with DJ.
Right.
I am
But
with
I'm
you,
saying-
DJ.
I'm saying I don't think that it's not important to know the show. It is important because he said it was directed to the show that Cam Newton was on.
Correct.
That's
He
why I
doesn't
think
know Cam
knowing
Newton's
is
on it.
important.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But you
Yes,
said it's
exactly.
not
I agree.
important.
I don't think the
But you
show,
were
the
saying it
specific
wasn't
show
important
is
to know
because he
the
doesn't know
show.
Cam Newton's on it. No one knows that Cam. This is a new thing. Cam Newton is just new to the show.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He doesn't know where Cam Newton
DJ,
appears.
I'm with you. I understand what
I'm
you're
with him
saying.
too. It's irrelevant
Doesn't
because
sound
of it's about Cam Newton.
But he's saying it is relevant.
DJ and Eldred
I am too.
brought up a good point to me.
Thank you, DJ.
How Eldred said, like, he's just jealous of Drake. And I think when you're really, like, insecurity, when you see someone who kind of has what you don't, so to speak.
I think
I just think he's
truth to that. I agree.
I just think he's trying to be sensational. You know, like it's just, what am I going to say to make headlines?
Maybe.
You know?
I would have more grace.
You'd have more grace?
Yeah, to a kid that idolized me for a really long time.
My point is, I think it was a shot at Cam Newton, not at Stephen A. Smith.
I don't even think it was a shot.
I don't think it was a shot.
I don't think Drake is paying attention to this stuff at all.
I didn't know he was on that show.
All right, so this is where I'm going to separate. If you guys don't think Drake May knows that what's being said and not said.
That's not what he said.
No.
He does.
I know, but my point is, it was a shot at Cam Newton. I don't even know where he is. That's what I don't know where he's saying these things.
All right.
That
It's
I think
textbook player speak for shooting down like a reporter who's trying to give you bulletin board material.
Right.
He's like, oh no, we're blocking out the noise. We're not paying
Getting
attention.
around the
I don't know what
question.
that show is.
Yeah.
Like it's
I don't know what show he's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a shot at Cam Newton. I agree. I'm with you. We're saying the same thing. We're just interpreting it different ways. That's all.
Because I don't necessarily take it as a shot. I take it as just Drake trying to get out of a question.
Trying to avoid the question.
I just think it's very understandable that people don't know where Cam Newton appears to give these opinions. I think that's
going to be the newsletter poll this week.
I think it's
Did
Drake.
You know Cam
I think
Newton
Drake
was on First
May
Take?
is very believable. I think he has no idea where Cam Newton said that.
I'm with him because I didn't either.
I didn't.
Yeah.
And as you make fun of me all the time for watching too much of this crap.
I mean, it's on.
I don't watch that show. I'll tell you that.
It's on in the morning. Like, we're working. Most people are working, you know?
God willingly.
So, I don't know. And like you said, you see it on social media, but there's not like a headline. This was said on this show. You just see the clip.
Yeah, there'll be like a little bug in the corner.
And they all
with
look
the
the
logo,
same.
But,
Yeah.
How do you keep track?
Poor Drake.
Too much
Just
media.
leave Drake May alone. Just let him play football. Just let him play football. Just let Drake play. Do we have to like
let the kid play?
Bother him with these things? Ugh.
We're back.
Terrible.
We're back, baby.
Dan's in Daytona. What's up, Dan?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I meant to call in the last couple of days. I wanted to get Paul's take and Fred. I'd rather get all your guys' take on this. So you remember back, Paul, in the beginning of the season, before the season started, we were all talking maybe the team was going to go, at best 8-9 with ceiling. I remember Fred saying he thought they'd go 9-8. But now we're, fast forward to the middle of the season and until now, I was saying back before they played the Bills and the Bucks, I was thinking maybe we were probably at best 10-7. Then I revised it again. I said, all right, maybe 12-5. But I think at this point, if the Patriots can literally just stay healthy and manage to keep playing the way they've been doing every single week, I don't see why we can't go 15-2. I know everyone keeps bringing up Baltimore's hot, and I'm being dead on. I think some people are out here saying, "Oh, Baltimore's getting hot," and if Joe Burrow comes back, and I think all that's irrelevant. Maybe the only thing that holds water is maybe Baltimore, but we still don't know. So I just want to get y'all's take at that. Do you think we can go 15-2 or 14-3?
They can,
of course,
but I think it's more likely they go something like 13-4. 13-4.
Yeah, I mean they have 2 losses, so yes, you can go 15-2.
Yep.
Writing this win streak into the playoffs would make me a little nervous.
No, that's the most
This
Patriots
is like
thing
a
ever.
really weird superstitious thing.
I know some people say
drop
you
a
need
game, even 2, I'll take it. Deep postseason run.
Yeah.
The division is the important thing to me, even more so than the number 1 seed. Although if they have a chance for the number 1 seed, that's enormous. But if you win the division, you put yourself in position to make a run. If you have to do it on the road the whole way, that makes it infinitely harder.
Andrew in Louisiana writes in, all I know is Drake May would have jumped on the ball, Cam. There you go. There you go. Mic drop. Mic drop. Jack in Ann Arbor, maybe Fred is not being intentionally obtuse. Maybe Fred is just jejune. You know what that means?
You're probably right.
No. I don't know what jejune means. I've heard the word, but I don't know what it means.
I don't even know how I would look that up. How do you spell that?
Jejune.
Okay.
Jejune.
Get right on that.
Yeah. I'm afraid to know what it means. Let's see. Noah in Iowa City writes in. We're waiting for Deuce, by the way, right? We can't start the picks
Can't start
without
picks until Deuce gets back.
Noah in Iowa City. Just beginning college, I wanted to ask you guys a question about careers in football. What? I didn't know this was going to be a career advice question. There's a lot of careers in football.
Career workshop.
Are you an analyst? You could be one of the tight pants people. Are you a trainer? You could be a... Oh! Thank God.
What was the mood? Were the players friendly to that? None of them looked like Derrick Henry. Hey, Mike, what was it like in the locker room? Hey, Mike, what was it like?
All right, Mike, what was it like in the locker room?
About 10 minutes ago. They let us in a little late, but to get to talk to Jalen Hawkins, who was asked about, the difference between facing Flacco and Burrow, said, we really don't know, but we have to prepare similar kinds of players, but they seem as much in the dark as we are talking about it. And the other funny thing, which I think I thought about, it wasn't here, but Vrabel played against young Joe Flacco.
Vrabel's last game ever.
Was it really? So he's asked about that. He was a little bit like, man, I can't believe that. Kind of connecting those two worlds. But otherwise, just some talk about who the fastest member of the team is, some debate about that going on. Obviously, Travian Henderson in that conversation, Kyle Williams, Marcus Jones, and Brendan Schooler were the three. Hawkins wasn't willing to commit to anybody, but I think he's leaning Travian Henderson. I think that's just like game speed.
That's where I'd lean.
But we could have used Evan, who saw him talking to Barth. I didn't see him really.
Oh, Ion Evan?
Yeah, no, Ion Evan talking to Barth a little bit, but Hawkins asked, he's like, well, what were the 40 times from the combine? And I was like, where's Evan? Because Evan would probably just be like, well, he knows them all, rattle them off. But good energy, lively locker room. Hawkins also said, the week off, a couple days off, nice to get away, but overall feels like they're picking up right where they left off, trying to get back out there and go get a win in Cincy.
Did anyone ask people like, if Joe... Have you heard of Joe Burrow might play?
That's
reaction on that?
Well, that's what he said. He said we don't know, so we got to prepare. But I mean, he said kind of what we talked about at the beginning, like similar players. It's not like you're trying to prepare for Lamar Jackson or a pocket passer. So guys who are smart, can get the ball out quick, and know where to go with it. So that was kind of it. Brief.
All right. Well, we got to hurry because it's that time of the week. Paul, what happened last week?
Same as it always was. Fred Kirsch, 12-3, the top of the heap, followed by Alex, Evan, and myself at 10-5, and Mike.
How bad?
8-7. Do better.
That's pretty bad.
Be better.
Kind of ready
with the spread. Evan and Fred. 7-8.
7-8. Oh,
tough week with the spread.
Week.
Paul,
Apparently.
6-9. Nice. Mike and Alex, 5-10.
Womp womp.
So, season standings are as follows. Alex, 111-52-1, followed by Fred, 109-54-1. So, still close at the top. Mike maintains his third place, 103-60-1, followed by me, 163-1, and Evan, 98-65-1. With the spread, it's really a one-man race. It's all over at this point. Fred, 89-75. Alex, Evan, and Paul are all tied for second at 79-85. So 10 games back.
Big week.
And Mike, 71-93.
Yeah, it's not going good.
All right. So as I said, I think there's some really interesting games this week. And we start with tonight on 8:15 on Prime. It's the Buffalo Bills at 7-3 visiting the Houston Texans at 5-5. Houston Texans, Houston Texans, Houston.
Is that
Let's
a song?
go.
Is that a song?
Actually,
it's Houston Oilers.
So Miami Dolphins stole that from the Houston Oilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know. You just went into song and
just so you know.
I was wondering.
I really don't know who stole it.
Usually,
but they both sang the same song.
like in the San Diego
Miami
Superchargers,
Dolphins, Houston Oilers. It's the same
70s
song. I don't know who
stuff.
stole it from who, but
Oilers
somebody
started it.
stole it.
I believe Oilers started it. Anyway,
The
what's
spread.
what's the number?
Oh, I'm sorry. Buffalo by 5.5.
Oof.
Oof.
No C.J. Stroud.
No C.J. Stroud. Yeah, I mean, Houston's defense getting a lot of respect, but I think Buffalo is going to continue to make a push here. I'm going to take the Bills, and I'm going to lay the points.
I will take the Bills. I will lay the points.
I will take the Bills to win, but I will take the points. Thursday night games, I think, are generally slogs, so I don't envision Buffalo putting up a ton of points in this one.
I will take the points as well. I wish I could take it outright, but I can't do that. But yes, I will take the points. All right, Sunday at 1 on CBS, it's the Jets at 2-8 against the Ravens at 5-5.
Baltimore by 13.5.
Woo!
Yeah, a lot of big spreads this week.
And I saw Lamar was missing from practice yesterday.
Same as last week.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of a rest. Shoot. If A.D. Mitchell could catch the ball, I might take the points. But I'm going to take Baltimore. Yeah, God, I'm a little bit torn. I'll lay the points. Stupid Jets.
I'm kind of feeling what Mike is feeling. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll take the Ravens to win. Spread one more time.
13.5.
2 tutties.
Jets cover.
Jets
why. I
cover.
don't
I'm
feel
going to
great about
take
that.
Baltimore, and I'm going to lay the points. I think people are going to overreact to the Cleveland game being closer, sort of not realizing some of the fluky things that happened to keep that game closer. I think the Ravens will lay the wood.
I was tempted to make this a loser lock game. I'm not going to do that, but I will take the points. Baltimore wins, but they do not cover. Sunday at 1 on CBS, it's Pittsburgh at 6-4 at Chicago at 7-3.
Chicago by 2.5.
I like that number. I'm going to go with Chicago. I don't know what's up with Aaron Rodgers. Like, I thought a broken left wrist would be enough to keep him out, but it seems like he's going to give it a go maybe.
It's the left wrist.
Yeah.
I know, but still.
It's tough to take that snap.
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to get hit probably, and he already doesn't like to be hit. I'll take Chicago at home. I'll lay the points.
I'm going to take Chicago too.
Yeah, I know the Bears are winning. I haven't been overly impressed with most of the wins, but I'm gonna take them to win a game. Maybe a slight step up in opponent, but I think Pittsburgh stinks.
Pulling games out late.
This is more a pick against Pittsburgh than for Chicago.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to take the Bears. Sunday at 1, the Giants at 2-9 at the Detroit Lions 6-4 on Fox.
Another big spread. Lions by 10.5.
Oh boy, that is a lot. I know that they're not quite doing what they did last year, but I'll take Detroit. I'll lay the points too.
Double Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the points. Lions looked terrible last week. I think generally they bounce back and score a ton of points.
Yeah, lay those points on this one. Sunday at 1 on Fox, Minnesota at 4-6 at Green Bay 6-3-1.
Green Bay by 6.5.
Wow, yeah, the JJ McCarthy stuff's kind of cracked me out this week. He's catching a lot of flack out there, and I thought he looked pretty good in the joint practices with the Patriots. But I like Green Bay at home. They're wishy-washy. They beat They beat bad teams. They struggle against good teams. I'll take Green Bay. Lay the points.
I'll take Green Bay, but Vikings
JJ?
cover.
You like 9? 9.
I just feel like
Does this alter ego?
Yeah, they have been a weird
Vikings-Packers
team,
thing
Green
for
Bay.
me.
Like, they lose game, they lose to
Yeah.
Cleveland, they lose to whoever, Carolina.
It's weird.
And you'd think that they would blow doors off. I'm just going to, at some point, they got to live up to their potential. I'm going to take Green Bay both ways.
Yeah, Green Bay both ways at home. Sunday at 1 on CBS. Here's the game. Indy 8-2 at KC 5-5.
KC by 3.5.
We'll have a game on this one, an eye on this one, I should say. I'm gonna bet on Patrick Mahomes. I just think Indianapolis traveling outside, like Jonathan Taylor. I think it's close, but I think Kansas City does enough. I'll lay the points.
Can you repeat the spread for me one more time?
3.5.
for KC.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Colts.
Nice.
Yeah, I could definitely make a good argument for the Colts. I'll split it, though. I'll take KC to win the game just because of how desperate they are. If they lose this one, they can't really lose again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'd find a way to get this win, but I will take the points. I'll take the hook. The hook.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Indy to win.
All right.
Indy to win.
Good.
Wouldn't be good for the Patriots, but...
No, I know. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I do.
Did you get confused?
No.
It hurts his heart, but...
It hurts his head. It's hurting his head.
No, his head is
hurting
saying
my head
take...
because I really want... I want both teams to lose. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Root for a tie.
You know, you KC, you know, you're sticking the dagger in them. It could be the death blow, but Indy, I don't want them to win. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with Indy. It's just my gut. All right, Seattle 7-3 at Tennessee 1-9 on Fox.
Yet another monster
What
spread.
is this?
Seattle by 13.5.
13.5.
Like 1, 2,
double digits.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of a touchdown or more. Oof, a lot of big spreads this week.
I'll take Seattle, and I'm gonna lay the points too. I think Sam Darnold bounces back.
I'm going to take Seattle. Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to take Seattle both ways for the reasons that Mike said. Their offense was bad last week. Darnold with 4 picks. I think they bounce back.
Yeah, Tennessee doesn't strike me as a team that's, you know, they got a bad record, but they're
Frisky.
gritty. And,
Not frisky.
They were frisky last week, but
frisky.
I'll take Seattle to cover. Okay, now we skip over the Patriots at 1 o'clock and we go to 4:05. The Jaguars at 6-4 at the 3-7 Cardinals.
one of the rare low spreads. Jacksonville by 3.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Just
number.
like 6.
Jacksonville, another tough team to get a beat on. I'm assuming it's obviously Jacoby Brissett again. Obviously. Yeah. I'll take Jacksonville.
He broke my boy's record last week. Did you
I
see
know,
that?
it's crazy. Completions.
He was terrible in the game, but
completed a lot of passes.
Jacksonville both ways?
Yes, please.
Jacksonville, lay the points.
I hate this. I hate having any faith at all in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
This is exactly the kind of game they lay an egg in, but I'll take the Jags.
Folks, this is your lock of the week. Jacksonville covers. This is an easy one. What you?
No, that was
What's that?
The disdain.
It's another one. You know, again, I don't like to tell you what you should think and what you should do and root for, but this is one you should be rooting for Jacksonville to win that game. If you're a Patriots fan, you want to get rid of the Chiefs. If you're really worried about the Chiefs.
You thought through these scenarios more than I have, Paul.
Yeah,
I'm
It's not-
surprised.
It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
Sunday at 4:05
It's all the
on
wild card
CBS.
teams.
The 2-8 Cleveland Browns at the Raiders 2-8.
Oh, there's a game for you.
Yikes.
Vegas by 3.5.
Yeah, Pete Carroll continues to believe in Geno Smith. Maybe year 11, he'll get it.
Chucking the ball from the Browns these days?
Shador.
It's Shador.
4 for 16.
Yeah, I think Shador's going to have a rough go of it with Matt Crosby. I'm going to take Vegas. I'll lay the points.
I'll take the Raiders too.
Wow,
the tough one.
I'll just take the two bad teams. I'll take the home team.
I know Sanders had a really horrible game. I didn't see it, but I heard
He had never
was
played with the
just-
starters
He
before,
was just
though.
awful.
Yeah, I saw it.
But I'm
I
going
saw the red zone clips. I didn't
saw
see
it.
the game itself.
Was
I'm
it
gonna
Clockwork
go-
Orange watching?
He's got a full week.
He fumbled
Starting reps.
on the second snap and threw a pick on his fourth.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm going to go with Cleveland to win this game.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Not a lock.
Well, when Dion starts taking receipts, we know Fred's covered. He's
That
not
could
gonna-
absolutely happen. These are two bad
Only
teams.
one man believe. Fred Kirsch from Patriots.com.
Anybody could win that
That's how
one.
we get him on the show.
Sunday 4:25 on Fox. The Eagles at 8-2 are at the Cowboys 4-5-1.
Philly by 3.
No respect for the Eagles.
Yeah. No, I mean, Dallas get a lot of people back. I mean, added obviously on defense with Williams. I'm going to go with the upset on this one. Yeah, I just got a vibe on this.
I think the Cowboys cover but don't lose. Close game.
Philly, and you'll take the points.
I also saw a stat. Maybe sorry, Alex, I didn't say that. I don't think Dak Prescott has lost at home in the NFC East since like 2017.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dallas to win the game too. Maybe I'm taking the cheese because of the Raiders, and I know that was more about the Raiders, but I thought with Quinnen Williams in there and Overshown back, that defense looked a little better to me. And with the Eagles' struggles, I think Dallas will have a chance to win this game.
I agree, Paul. I'm going to go with Dallas. I get a feeling this week I'm going to either be really good or epically bad.
Fred, you're
I'm
always
going to go with
That's
Dallas.
how I feel every week.
I'm the only one who's epically bad.
Sunday 4:25, Atlanta at 3-7 at the Saints 2-8.
Saints by 1.5. A lot of toilet bowls this week.
Saints.
Cleveland at Vegas, Atlanta at New Orleans.
You got your divisions.
Jesus,
Shoot, Kirk Cousins
playing.
Man, I don't know what to do on this one. You know what? I'm going to go with just Kirk Cousins, I guess. I'm going to go with Atlanta, the upset, marginally.
I'm just going to go with the spread on this one. Saints.
So that's normally my theory with two bad teams. I take the home team.
It's close,
I don't
though.
know why. There's no reason to think this, but for some reason I think if Atlanta is a different level of bad team than New Orleans. So I'm going to take Atlanta, but that's stupid. That's giving away a pick.
Yeah, I'm going with Atlanta too. Sunday 8:20, Tampa Bay 6-4 at the Rams 8-2.
The Rams by 6.5.
What's a big spread?
Oh, I like this one. This is, I say it many times, my favorite time. After the Patriots 1 o'clock game, you get home, you got everything done, you're enjoying yourself, and then a
Must be
nice,
nice to get
Sunday
home that
night
quick.
game. Well, it's 15 minutes away, so.
Yeah, must be nice.
But I'm gonna go with the Rams, and I'm gonna take the points for Baker. A little frisky, you know. They gotta start making a push. So yeah, I still like the Rams to win.
Bucks cover.
Rams win, Bucks cover?
Yes.
I will take the Rams both ways.
I'm with Alex. Rams win, but don't cover. Monday night, 8:15, ESPN Deportes. Carolina 6-5 at the 49ers 7-4.
Niners by 7.
Get to watch my Panthers go, Paul. This is exciting for me. I'm going to take San Francisco at home. I'll lay the points.
Retweet.
Yeah, this is the off week for the Panthers, so they look like they'd never played before. Niners.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Niners. Purdy
back.
He's back.
He looked pretty
Christian
good.
McCaffrey was insane last week.
Mac Jones going to be on a different team next year?
Yes.
I believe he's under contract.
Oh, really?
So unless they trade him.
Trade him.
Yeah, they could trade him, but I don't think they will. I think he
I bet
played
you he's pretty
well for
happy
them.
there.
Will he start whining? I want to go.
Well, yes,
doesn't
because that's
sound
what he
like him.
does.
Right.
So he just whines.
Right.
Like, I want to go to lunch.
Okay.
That's not fair. That was
My ankle.
So
now
this
we
is a
go-
good spot for
I
him.
want to
I feel like
apologize
he's
for that line. That was
uncalled for.
Now we go back to 1 o'clock, and it's the New England Patriots at 9-2, visiting the Bengals at 3-7.
Yet another monster spread. Pats by 7.
7. Oh.
even with the
Did that move?
Even on
Burrow
the road.
speculation.
Has not moved with the Burrow speculation.
Doesn't move. That's a good number, though. I like New England on this one. There's just no excuse for Drake May and the offense not to light this Bengals defense up. If Burrow plays, it might,
So
maybe
did
a
you
little more
get that
interesting,
spread
but-
today, Paul?
I did.
Okay.
No, double check them. Yeah, give me the Patriots. I need a score. I'm going to say, what did I do on Monday? I went really low.
No one really knows.
Yeah.
You went low. Paul went high.
I'm going to go a little higher this time. I'm going to say Patriots 34-17.
I forget what I said Monday too. I think it was Patriots 31 or Patriots 33. And
It's like they flip coins.
we'll give
Fred.
them 17 points.
That's why I'm in last place.
I am very bullish on the Patriots offense this week. I think they score early and often. Little bit of a stat padding game for Drake May and one for the MVP resume.
Yeah, 300 yards?
Maybe 300 yards for the first time in his career. Maybe 4 touchdowns for the first time in his career.
Sound like Francisco.
38-24 Patriots.
I like it. I'll do one better. 42.
Woo-wee.
42-21 Patriots.
Let's do it.
40 burger.
Harold Landry, 2 sacks.
Wow.
Bounce back
All right.
game.
2 sacks for Harold Landry.
Those 2 days
Take
off
that,
did him good.
Francisco.
2 sacks
You want
for
a
number
bold
2.
take? Harold Landry.
I'm going to note this
That
here.
is a bold take.
Landry.
Any other bold takes
2
that people have? Any like
sacks.
predictions?
Uh,
Paul predicted over 300 yards for Drake May. He
Yeah.
said May, but
I mean,
you know.
that's what I'm looking at. I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily call that a bold take, even
No.
though he's never done it. I mean, I would go all Fred and go semantics and say, well, he's never done it.
Well,
he's never done it.
in terms of bonuses,
But
it's
he throws-
unlikely to be earned because he's never
he
done
throws
it.
for like 280 every week, but 20 more this week.
I'll go Keyshawn Booty, 100 yards.
Okay.
Couple
That's a
catches.
bold. That's a bold.
Couple catches.
That's a bold,
touchdown.
bold take.
I was
you
gonna
know.
say
Cam Taylor
big-
Britt out for the
I was going to say
Bengals.
deep ball touchdown for Booty, but
we go.
I'll ride with yours because I like that better.
Team Booty.
Who has more rushing yards, Henderson or Stevenson?
Wow.
Henderson.
Tough. It's tough. You don't even know if Stevens is going to play.
That's why I'm. That's
How
why
about-
pick
That's why I
Henderson?
picked Henderson.
Okay.
I know he's going to play.
How about Terrell Jennings or Ramondre Stevenson?
Who has more receiving yards, Hunter Henry or Trevion Henderson?
Hunt.
Hunter.
I think Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah, they all call him Hunt. That was another thing I heard in the locker room
Hunt
today.
dog.
Hunt. Hey, Hunt. That's what they call him. That's his nickname.
All right.
That's some of the flavor maybe you should give us when you return from the locker.
How many times did the Patriots punt in this game?
Twice.
Twice.
3 times.
James.
Once.
Okay.
Once.
Yeah, I'm going to predict the punts come in the second half of a blowout.
Yeah. Does Josh Dobbs get in?
Yes.
Wow.
To take the knee?
Well, to finish the game. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's going to take a knee.
All right. One more call.
I don't think this game's going to be close. I don't know. If
Yeah. I'm reading between the lines with what you're selling, Paul. And I think I got that.
I hope you're right, Paul.
Like a couple of people have told me that this is not just the worst defense in football.
No, it's epically bad.
It's the worst of all time.
Since like the 70s.
Worst they've seen.
According to DVOA, which is an advanced stat that they've used tracked for a lot, according to that stat, this is the worst defense of all time.
Of all time.
Since they started tracking, since what I don't know how
I think
far
it's
that
like
goes
the
back.
20s?
I think it's 1980.
1980. Yeah,
Something
that
like
sounds
that.
about right. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Because I remember, the Providence Steamrollers that one year had a bad
They
defense.
couldn't stop a nosebleed.
No,
Freddie.
no.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop a
couldn't.
nosebleed.
No matter what they did.
No one was over 200 pounds.
That
that
was all Bart Scott.
Yep, that poor coach couldn't get them to listen.
Then they
Casey's-
fired him at the end of the
Yeah.
year, if I recall.
Casey's in North Carolina. What's up, Casey?
Is that all real?
No.
Hey, first off, Pats Nation, baby, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Defend the wall.
I'm so happy I'm not sitting in front of my TV praying for Bailey Zappi to come in anymore. But on that thing with Cam Newton calling out Drake May, man, kind of hurts because I'm in North Carolina born and raised. I have a Cam Newton Patriots jersey, so
So
it
does
hurts me,
so does
but
Drake
I'm
May.
all for Drake, man. I'm all for Drake. I think that's kind of sly. He shouldn't be doing all that, but let's go Patriots.
Okay.
But it's just going to
Casey.
spark an internal civil war in North Carolina of the Cam Newtons and the Drake
Yeah, I
Mays
just
of
don't
the-
get it. Like Alex said, does he know how Drake feels about him?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should write him a letter.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Drake has been over the top complimentary of Cam Newton. It makes no sense.
And I've never taken Cam to be like that. I think there's an old story. I think it's with KG and Joakim Noah, where Noah's rookie season, he went up to KG and was like, "You're my favorite player." No. And KG was like, "F you, Noah. Get out of here."
That's how Paul is when he meets fans.
But I don't think Cam to be like that.
I'm joking.
That's just untoward.
I kid. I'm a huge
Paul
fan.
at the
Get out of
library.
here. I'm trying to eat.
You should see me in the library circuit.
How you doing? How you doing?
More than
How's your
cordial.
mother? How's your mother?
It just reminds me of that commercial that Cam Newton was in and the little kid. You're my favorite player. And then at the end, I'm just warming up my arm.
Was it Cam that was got into a fight at his football camp with kids
Oh, yeah.
jumping
Some
him?
kids were, kids were being disrespectful.
No, for
to
sure,
him.
100%.
Yeah.
This was not on Cam, but the visual's hilarious.
Yeah. I was in that incident, he was being too nice to those kids.
Yeah.
But he's not being nice to Drake May, and I don't understand it.
Don't get it.
And Drake May's going to take it out, and next week on Get On or Get Up or Get Off, you're going to have a mea culpa and a Mina Kimes. All right. Everyone have a good weekend. Pre-game show, 11:45.
Correct.
That's the one.
And then post-game show, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, this is Alex. Thanks for tuning into the show. If you really want to help us, make sure you like us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure you follow us on the New England Patriots YouTube channel to see this show and everything else we do here at the Patriots. Thanks a lot.